a lot. What's it like to play for him and his staff?
Coach Kalani is the greatest mentor I've ever been around. He's known for around here for getting on the phone with moms and moms being in tears and the kid committing the next day.
That's in the corner, fights with the fan.
That had to be one of the most insane things that I have ever seen. I seriously would have never thought that anybody could be that dumb until I saw something that dumb with my own eyes last night.
A for effort.
Shoot your shot. It's not like anybody will clown you if it goes badly. It's not like we record anything here.
The idea that MLB and the networks want this to go to 7 games, and that's the only reason that we're seeing all this stuff.
Everything is fixed. Reality is fixed. Bro, how do you even know you're real? How do you know I'm real?
I didn't start the smacking. I take left in Laguna, jam his face down that Cobra toilet. I didn't start the smacking. I take brass from Corona, jam his face in a rhino's crack.
Hey, Jim, it's the smack off, bitches. I'm coming after you, Brad and Corona.
Ward Dan Lanning and the Mighty Ducks roll into the big house and show Mitten and the Big Ten how to play a little thing called offense.
It is a beef segment.
My beef is with the Jungle Tourette's. My 5-year-old, every time I tell her, look at that, replace with, look it, it looks like a Adonis.
Dog crap picker-uppers. Thanks for single-handedly destroying the game of pickup football. Kid crying, running home with dog poop on his face.
My beef is with my dad. Came in my room the other day and busted me wrestling with myself.
My beef is Chris Hansen. I mean, you know Chris, chasing around the Martys of the world. Now he's on the radio selling the Viagra. Are you kidding me? Hey, Chris, you need to...
I can't control my horny level.
Sir.
Dave Roberts, is there vindication in this one?
I'll tell you, Romy, do feel vindicated. It feels sweet. I'm telling you, it's been since 1988 that we've had this parade. It's going to be bananas.
Let's go to Mike in the Bay.
We're fired up, Rome. Headed to the stadium right now. I'm going to hand it to my son real quick.
Personal appearance is not show fodder.
All of you haters all over the world, you can choke on that haterade.
Can you sandstorm me out, Bob?
Yeah, I've been in the darkness. We got to go in there, make peace with it.
Ripping a Stig in a Stig-friendly zone.
Thank you. Jesus bless.
Moises Alou and his urine-soaked hands.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Love all you do out on the West Coast, and so to all our West Coast recruits out there, appreciate you.
I did not write a third verse, so I still hope that I get wrapped.
Last night back.
Well, he won't be watching the game much longer.
I'm here. Romy, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the love, man. Talk to you soon.
Good night now.
So good, Alvy. Makes me laugh every single time. Great stuff, Alvin.
Laugh out
well
loud.
done. How about a phone call? Let's go to Tucson. John in Tucson, you made it in.
Hey, John.
What's going on, John? How are you?
One more, ask the pro. Whatever happened to Jack Savage and the meeting with Kanika in London?
Kanika?
Well,
okay, so that was a verbal Ask the Pro. He said, whatever happened to Jack Savage and Kanika? You mean Danica? You mean Nika? I don't know. They had a meetup. That's not to say that they had a hookup. They had a meetup. There was a picture on X. Mike, if you can find it really quickly. So Jack Savage moved to London. The Jaguars pretty much play all their home games in London. There it is. If you're watching on the stream, Jack, former XR4TR, great dude, posted a picture. Queen of Jacksonville, better than Queen of England, in the presence of greatness at Nika989. As I mentioned when he posted that, I don't see a seatbelt, nor do I see a Bible. So I don't know if that was a meetup.
Hey, Tenderoni, find me. Section 403, row M, C20, bring Bible and a seatbelt. I'm out.
See either. And a Bible or a seatbelt. Maybe that's why we haven't heard from Jack. I don't know what happened. John in Tucson asked the question, what happened to Jack Savage and the Queen? I do not know. I've heard nothing since that. Feels like a Dateline episode. The last anybody saw. We have to see where their phones, last ping, what tower. Who was the last one that saw the Queen?
Did you bring condoms with you?
Huge call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. honored to recognize the service of our military personnel with a 10% military discount on many items for our service members. Offer valid in-store only. See your O'Reilly Auto Parts store for details. My thanks to the great Dave Roberts, the great Eric Wood, the extraordinarily sophomoric Big Head, the XR4TI, which is great. Listen, the After Hours coming up next. Exclusive to our Fast Channel audience. You got to find the Rome Fast Channel. We do it Monday through Friday. Will Blackman and I coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Clones, what do we want when we're craving protein or we need some more energy? Not bars, not sugary snacks, not energy drinks. What we want is beef, pure and simple. So where's the beef? It's in a package of Old Trapper beef jerky. Old Trapper is not your father's jerky. It's not shriveled, dry, and tasteless. Old Trapper beef jerky is made from lean strips of steak and quality spices that are smoked over a real wood fire. So it's tender and it's tasty. It's not tough. And why is it so good? Because Old Trapper is a 50-year-old family business known for their relentless commitment to quality. They take smoked beef extremely seriously, and you can taste it in every single bite. Old Trapper is packed with protein. It comes in 4 great flavors to satisfy all your cravings. Quality smoked meat at its finest that goes with you wherever you go, to the game, to the gym, to the beach. So look for Old Trapper in the Clearview bag. You can see the quality you're buying. Look for it in major retail stores near you. If you don't see it, clones, ask for it by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Anthony Skellick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. And go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kairos Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kairos Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at KairosFloats.com. Kairos Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahia sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John. Don't give me that homer. You know, no.
Hey!
If I keep him any longer, I might get the gangrene.
My God!
Sports are great.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love sports.
In my neighborhood, clip means something else.
It was a two-question question. I am football man!
No, it sounds like you're questioning me, and I'm telling you right now, it's the best pizza I've ever had.
I guess I'm going to go home and blow some smoke. I'm going to go log online and talk a bunch of crap.
You know what? We're good.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, and welcome in to a football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And come on over to Pirate Radio TV and Facebook Live, and you'll be able to see my Clinton Portis, the Portis Bunch shirt, my Washington Redskins throwback hat, and you'll also be able to witness left side,
strong side,
Chandler Honeycutt here,
popping a top on this Friday.
Good to see you, buddy.
And on this birthday Friday for old Clip Rock.
That it is. We got a lot of guests to get to on today's program, including Phil Harris, bringing a wrestling program to J.H. Rose. He'll join us to talk about that and some area high school athletics. We got Brian North joining us on a Friday to get you ready for your sports weekend. Seymour is going to tell you why East Carolina will go to the NCAA tournament this year in basketball. Always love some positive Cy right before we tip off the basketball season. We got that interview coming your way. We got Tony Dunn, hour 2, as we talk NFL. We'll make our selections and hit some of the key games. Game of the day, game of the week, Lions at Packers, I would say. But some intriguing matchups coming up this Sunday. We'll talk about it with Tony Dunn. And Morgan Ahlers, voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and Minges Coliseum, will join us as well. So we got all of that coming up and more. And you coming up on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We got the Turns running the show. Jarrett with the audio production. We got Brett. It's Brett Friday here on Pirate Radio Live. Giants and Commanders coming up this Sunday. Shirley is supervising the interns. Sean, what's up?
What's up, buddy? And I do want to start off by saying happy birthday. And,
thank you.
I do want to say this.
Say it.
Thank you for being a friend.
You got, what are you singing, the theme song to Golden Girls?
Thank you for being a friend. But seriously, thank you for being a friend.
You're welcome.
And you are a mentor to me. And I don't know if you know this, but I look up to you, man.
You look up to me.
I do. Being serious, I do look up to you, and you've taught me a lot over the years. So whether you know that or not, but I do look up to you, and I appreciate you and everything you've done for me.
I appreciate you saying that, and that means a lot to me. Do you look up to other people as well, though?
There's other people I look up to.
Good.
But, like, in this profession, like, you're the guy that I look up to.
Well, thank you. I just hope you look up to some other people as well.
I do.
And okay. Because you can get, like, different things from different people, you know what I'm saying?
And you're one of those people.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So,
Jamie says, hey now. Happy birthday, Clipper.
Hey now.
Jerry says, hello. Happy birthday. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie is excited to hear Chon's birthday serenade for you. Jamie also says, the Mets. Johnny says, happy birthday, Clip. Hey, Johnny, you got any stats? Got any stats regarding November 1st or my birthday? Tyler says, does Brett know about his Mets for next year? So, all right, I clicked on a link yesterday, Brett. The way too early power rankings for 2025. Now, of course, you were talking last week. Mets were the number 2 team this year in Major League Baseball, although since the Braves beat them 7 out of 13 times, we figured out that the Braves and Mets were tied for the second best team in the league this year. Do you know where ESPN had the Mets for next year? It's got to be high, right? Got to be top.
I would assume it's top 5.
Right, yeah, top 5. At least top 10.
They were one of the last 3 teams remaining.
They weren't in the top 15.
Really?
Number 18.
That's disrespectful.
The Mets.
That's getting disrespected.
The way you were talking, I thought they were going to be like World Series front runners.
Well, so did I.
They got number 18.
All right. We'll see what happens when Steve Cohen starts spending his money, and whoever wrote that article looks like an idiot.
All right. A lot of moves to be made. A lot of moves to be made. Getting some other happy birthday wishes from Newton, from Chad, from Steve, from Emma, PJ. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Steve says, hey, yo, by the way.
Hey, yo.
We were talking before the show. Brett has something he wants to put on the Fleet Feet Rundown. Best wrestling entrances.
Okay.
So think about those, folks. We'll have that for you later on in the show.
And then add my serenade to the clip. Or to the Fleet Feet Rundown.
All right.
I will sing that during the Fleet Feet Rundown.
Brett's a good singer, too, so I want to hear from him.
Yeah, and Bone.
Bone, do you sing?
Yeah. Need a few drinks, but yeah.
All right. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Just Playing Possum, Alan Jackson.
Okay.
It's not Santa's coming to pick us.
That's his Christmas karaoke
It
song.
is November 1st, so starting today.
Brett, if you were forced to do karaoke right now, what would you do? What song would show your strengths?
Piano Man by Billy Joel.
Oh, man. Good one.
Good call. All right. So,
sing us a song tonight.
My wife's from South Jersey, which is like, and so everybody there loves Bruce. Like, are you a Bruce fan?
I am not a Bruce fan.
Ooh, is that tough to say where you're from, or
no?
Like, will that get you beat up?
Some people love him. Some people don't.
Just not you. Not a Bruce guy.
I was just never really into that many songs of his.
All right. Fair enough. Jerry's got some very boring stats about Casey Kasem. Thank you, Jerry. He said some, what is that? Andrew Gold sung the original version of Thank You for Being a Friend. All right, cool. Kenny Curling says, happy birthday. Thank you, Kenny. Pike with a happy birthday. Pike said Chan has become so sentimental and soft since going to New York. Boy, Pike's got it out for you, man. What'd you do to Pike?
I don't know. And quit taking pictures of me on the sideline, dude.
Yeah, it's creepy, Pike.
Very creepy.
Stop being a creep at football games. No football this Saturday. Chandler, how are you spending your off Saturday?
I'm going to go home, see my grandmother, and I think my parents are coming down from the beach, so I'll see them too. So spend the day with them, probably take Grandma to Dad's seafood place for dinner tomorrow night. I just called her earlier to let her know that I voted and that I was coming home, and I would love to take her to dinner.
Are you going to tell us, are you going to endorse a candidate on today's show?
Nah.
You're not?
I don't think I'm going to do that.
All right.
I voted for Clip Rock.
For what?
Oh, I don't know. The President of the United States?
No, I'm look, if that was the case, we'd all die. I am very thankful. I've thought about
vote for me means death.
I've thought about this. Like, doing this job, am I really impacting society at all? Not really. Jarrett says yes. I mean, we try to bring information, entertainment, infotainment. Like, what are we really doing here?
Distracting people from whatever's going on outside.
Hey, you know what?
Great answer.
I think that's important. I think we need distractions. Sports is a great distraction from the what's really going on in the world. So for that regard, yeah, we're all like, hey, look over here. Don't look over there. But like, I am glad there are people in all walks of life, in all jobs, like the doctors of the world, the firemen, the police officers,
the heroes,
the real heroes,
the union workers,
the union,
the farmers, the people paving the highways. Yeah. Like I'm thankful for those people, so I can do a meaningless job like this.
Teachers.
I wouldn't put teachers in that group.
Nah, I got a whole family of teachers, so I got to shout out the teachers. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, coaches. Everybody. I'm saying thank you. Because without them, like, we wouldn't be allowed to do, like, this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'd all be doctors or farmers or, like, important jobs. We got to have people with non-important jobs like us to make society go.
Non-essential workers.
Yes. Although, during COVID times, I was an essential worker. I worked every day because I was an essential worker by definition. So that made me feel pretty good. Coming up next hour, we'll pick football games. That'll be our job for the day. We're going to pick professional football games.
It's an important job.
I mean, it'll tell you, if you listen to Jarrett and Chandler, it'll tell you who not to pick this weekend.
Yeah, me and Chandler make people
doing too bad.
Me and Chandler make people feel smart because they listen to you. They feel dumb.
That's right. It's all balancing everything out. All right. Jerry says, and I've heard this from some people too. He says, you're connecting me to my homeland. He lives in Pennsylvania. So we do connect Pirates that are away on what's going on here. I heard that from some people last weekend before the game. I think one guy kind of told me I sucked without saying it, or that he said, I enjoy listening to y'all. Just remember, for those that are away, more ECU talk and less of the other stuff.
That's what he said to you?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. So I was like,
what did he say about me?
Well, what's the other stuff? Like, I mean, I get, NFL, NBA, all that, but like,
yeah.
I mean, like local other things that are not ECU.
I don't know. Look, he wants all ECU, which is fine. We'll do that. Speaking of which, if you go to Pirate Radio TV right now, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to practice what I preach. Here's everything available to you. Obviously, this program. But you've got Mike Schwartz's opening comments on the season.
Great respect.
He met with the media earlier today. We've got that 9-minute Q&A for you at Pirate Radio TV. We have a new edition of the Greg Hudson Show, where he talked to East Carolina defensive end Scotty Robinson. We got the newest edition of the Holton Ahlers Show, where he talked to Chris Johnson and Andre Allison. That is available for you. We have a cut-up interview, just my interview with Mike Schwartz and C.J. Walker. 24 minutes of that is available to watch. We got the film room with Holton Ahlers. Soon we will have a new edition of the Danny Beal Show, where he goes one-on-one with Trey Savage. So that is available for you. So we got everything you need over there at Pirate Radio TV.
And if you haven't already, go and check out the Best Bets video of the week. We did a little spoof with Elf.
Oh, my goodness. Cade Norman, again, knocking it out of the park. Great job by you, Holton, the whole crew.
Thank you.
On the newest pick segment. Matt says, I'm thankful y'all don't talk about hockey. Interesting way to spell hockey, Matt, without the E. But Hurricanes win last night.
8-2.
8-2 over the Bruins. Tyler says, plus you have a hamburger eating contest available to watch. Is that still available?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I had
you look up Pirate Radio hamburger contest. it should pop up.
We had the Hardee's Thick Burger eating contest back in the day, which I believe Big Daddy Brian Smith was the champion.
Yep.
So there you go. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We got a lot to do on today's show, so we will get to our first guest, who will be joining us. How about Phil Harris to talk some wrestling, the other kind of wrestling, amateur wrestling, over at JH Rose. We'll talk a little football as well, as we are getting close to postseason football in the high school ranks. Got that coming up and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. We're back with you after this.
Kamala backed Biden on everything. She was the deciding vote for his disastrous economic agenda. Kamala and Joe raised taxes on the middle class, and prices soared. Kamala was in charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to illegals while Americans struggle. And their weakness invited wars. Now Kamala wants to double down on failure. It's time to turn the page on Joe and Kamala's failed agenda. President Trump fights for you. His strength kept us safe. Trump cut taxes for families. Prices were lower and the border secure. Now, President Trump can do it again.
And we are going to launch a new golden age of American success for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed.
Remember, Kamala broke it. President Trump will fix it.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President 2024 Inc.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Breaking news, letting you know about the Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Used Car Advantage 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty on all of our used vehicles that are 2015 and newer with less than 125,000 miles. It's a peace of mind when you buy here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, $5,000 and up. So come check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville has the best deals in town. Just listen to this. BD's Amber Ale for $3 on Monday. Talls for smalls on Tuesday. $5.50 wine pours on Wednesday. $5 house margaritas on Thursday. Handshaking cocktails are $7 on Friday. And house Bloody Marys for just $6 on Sunday. But wait, there's more. Every day, 2 hours before closing time, appetizers are half off. Don't wait. Get to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar now. Located just off Greenville Boulevard in the Publix Shopping Center. Go Pirates.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact... Every bite is better with Pepsi.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. Shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. Go Pirates! Also, have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit Elite Pool Showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at elitepoolsnc.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools. 689-6557 is the number you can reach them at. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, Jared. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a little shaky there.
And not because of your performance, but I do want to hear Brett read an ad or two coming back into the show, if he agreed. I just want to hear that accent read. If you can find the most southern sponsor we have, let Brett read that one. That'd be good. All right, welcome back into the show. We got Jared, we got Brett, Shirley supervising, Chan to my left, and we'll welcome on to the show Phil Harris joining us, who is bringing wrestling back to J.H. Rose High School, bringing that program back, and also coaches the football team as well. We'll talk about all of that. But first of all, welcome to the show. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Clip. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
So the son-in-law of Tommy Cook.
Let him cook.
Yes. He actually texted me about 20 minutes ago, and I said, yeah, I'm going to let him know that I'm part of the Cook family, and everything will go well.
Yeah, we'll treat you right when we know that information. So why wrestling? What is your do you have a background in wrestling?
I do. I grew up wrestling. I'm from Little Washington, or the original Washington. I had a pretty good career there. My brother was two-time state champ at Washington High School, and it's a funny story. NC State and Carolina both were recruiting my brother. So NC State, I was going to state, and they said, hey, why don't you come on and help the wrestling program my freshman year. They were trying to recruit my brother. My brother ended up going to Carolina.
Oh, no. So that backfired.
yes, sir. But I've wrestled my whole high school career, and love football too. Coached football for 9 years now.
And we'll get to rampant football in a moment, but wrestling coming back to J.H. Rose, and let's talk about kind of the big picture of it. You need help with funding and things like that, and how can folks maybe help you out with that?
Thanks, Clip. Yes, I've gone around the community. We have had a few donations. We have a wrestling mat. It's not a new wrestling mat. It's one of the older wrestling mats, but it'll work. We've got great support from our booster club at Rose High, the administration, AD Clay Medlin. He's one of the best in the state, and they're all supporting us. But we have got wrestling singlets and headgear, but really what we're after right now are some warm-ups, some wall mats to go around the sides of our wrestling room. And what I've asked the wrestlers to do is to go out and purchase their own hoodie that we'll use until we can afford the warm-ups. But I want to take the opportunity to direct your listeners, if they are interested in donating. We do have a fundraiser on both the Rose Facebook account and Instagram account. If you go to Rose High Wrestling, that is our Facebook page. You should be able to go on there and see the link. And then our Instagram page is lowercase JHR underline and then lowercase wrestling. That'll get you to our Instagram account.
And to have a wrestling team and a program, you need wrestlers. So you being on the football staff, you talk to a lot of guys who may be interested in that, but how has it been as far as numbers and things like that and interest from your students?
Well, that's a great question. We've got a lot of interest. And coming into this, I wasn't sure,
right.
Honestly. But we've got two. I want to brag on my assistant coaches too. We've got two of our coaches are in the school. Coach Scott, he's the running back coach for the football team, and he's also my assistant head coach. He's in the school, and then Coach Simmons is the defensive line coach for the varsity. Each of the coaches brings something a little bit different to the table, but together it's a pretty strong coaching staff. Coach Simmons, he's in the strength training. He's going to get a lot of those defensive linemen and linebackers out to the team. Of course, they won't come out until football is over. I've got two other coaches that I'm extremely excited about. Brandon Leitz. He is the last state champ that Rose had back in 2010. He had 218 wins, something like that. He was three-time national team. He was on the national team 3 times. He wrestled at App State. He's going to be helping us. And then Coach Brody Moore. He's I met Brody, probably known Brody the longest, but he's originally a Little Washington wrestler where I was around that program. Brody is the second all-time leading wrestler in Washington Pan Pac history. He's at East Carolina Wrestling now. In fact, right now, Brody and Coach Scott are over there with the wrestling team. We're going through drills right now.
Nice.
So, but Clip, to answer your question, and I tend to talk a lot, but
that's perfect for what we do. So keep going.
To answer your question, we had an informational meeting and we had 21 kids come out. So currently we have 21 kids that are not involved in fall sports that have passed what they call the hydration test. We started practice on the 30th, so we are.
That's not even counting the football guys.
That's not counting the football guys, and just by our count, you never know if kids are going to come out, but just by our count, we think we're going to get 10 to 12 football players, a couple soccer players, and maybe a cross country kid. But we've already looked. We feel good about, there's 14 weight classes. We feel good that we're going to be able to fill most of those weight classes. And
so I'm a little uneducated on it, but again, as a Conley guy, I knew the name and know the name Milt Sherman, who was a legendary name and a wrestling coach out at DH Conley. How many currently schools around the area have wrestling? Is it at pretty much every school?
It's pretty much every school. In fact, Rose was the only, as I understand it, Rose High School was the only school that did not have wrestling in our conference. So, and wrestling, what I preach to anybody that'll listen, wrestling will help you out in any other sport that you play. I tell folks with football, if you're a defensive lineman and you miss a tackle, you got a safety behind you that's going to pick you up, or a linebacker. Baseball, if you're a shortstop and you miss a grounder, the outfield's going to be there. If you wrestle, you're on the mat for 6 minutes. And it's just you and the other guy. And nobody's going to you can't tag out. It's not like Dusty Rhodes. You can't tag out. You're on there. It's just you and that other guy. So you got to be in shape, and nobody's going to be there to help you. So
Mono e mono. Noah asking on YouTube, any weight classes you are short on currently?
There are a few that we're short on. With wrestling, if you have enough wrestlers and you want to, you can actually wrestle up a weight class. But there are a few that we're still short on.
All right. Let's see. Chad says, Clip and I were told we should wrestle if we didn't make the middle school basketball team. We were ballers, and the rest is history. I would not have been a good wrestler. I can tell you that right now. I barely made the conditioning for basketball. I don't know if I could do it. And then the weight fluctuation, too, trying to keep your weight or go up a weight, down a weight. I mean, that's tough on the guys, right?
It is tough. They have a lot of measures in place now that were not there when I wrestled. And I can't even tell you, that was a long time ago. We wore rubber suits. You'd lose lots and lots of weight in a practice, Yeah. But now they have what they call hydration tests. We have our staff, the trainers come in. They do the hydration test. You can only lose a certain amount of weight through the process of the season. So it's a lot more controlled now than it used to be.
Well, let me ask you this: as a wrestling coach and a football coach, I don't even know it's a fine line, but it's a conversation between being soft and being smart. So have we gotten softer or have we gotten smarter, Coach, when it comes to these types of things?
As far as weight,
what you're allowed to do, losing weight, all the the heat index stuff with football. Like, do you think it's good for the sport now, or are we putting in too many regulations for sports?
You know what? I'm not going to avoid the question, but we're just going to go with the rules that were given us.
Okay. Good answer. You running for politics too?
No, I'm not. But I
voted for you today.
I will tell you this. I feel like you got, especially when you start out, you got to push the kids hard. And then you can come back off of that as far as a coaching style. Because if you start off, one thing that we want to be with our wrestling team is very regimented. I think a couple things. We don't want to be outworked. We want to have a sense of urgency. And we're going to put, I don't want my kids to go out on the mat and not be able to go 6 minutes. And honestly, there's probably going to be a couple kids that go out on the mat and they're going to have to learn how long 6 minutes is before they get, hey, I know why we're running bleachers and I know why we're running sprints. But that is the worst feeling, is to be out there knowing that you've got 3 minutes to go and you can't hardly breathe. So we're going to get them in shape and we're going to work hard. We've got we have really good coaches. We just have to make sure we can transfer that knowledge to our kids.
How long of a build-up do you have before the season begins? When is that?
Our season starts at the end of this. We're in November.
So
end of you can actually start wrestling in the middle of this month, but I think our first match is towards the end of this month.
Gotcha. So got some time to build these guys up and hopefully get some of the fall sports people in as well.
Yeah, that's the idea
to get going. So when you have these meets, is it one school versus a school? Is it like a jamboree type thing? What's your schedule?
That's a great question. You can have what they call a quad, where you'll have 3 or more teams. You can have a try, which it's you and 2 other teams. Yeah. There's 2 events that we're holding this year. I'll call it our inaugural season. We're having what they call Friday Night Lights. That's going to be January 3rd. We're going to have about 6 other teams with us.
Cool.
Evidently, that's something that Rose put on prior to the program ending previously, so we brought that back. And then because we're a first-year wrestling school, we're going to be able to host the Pitt County Championships.
Nice.
And I don't. You may have asked a question when you asked, do the other schools have wrestling in the county? We have a lot of good wrestling in the county. North Pitt, D.H. Conley, Farmville Central, Aden Grifton, South Central. We have some strong wrestling in Pitt County.
Noah says wrestlers are a different breed of human. So that's what Coach Harris is looking for. Those different guys.
That's right.
You got to be tough, no doubt, and I don't know, maybe even a little crazy to go one-on-one against a giant human on a mat. But that's exciting. And how about as far as I always ask coaches that coach different sports, like the interest level, let's say in wrestling. It sounds like we got a lot of good ones in the area. Sounds like kids at J.H. Rose are interested in it. Are you excited about the numbers overall? Like, does it fire you up?
I'm really excited, and me and all the other coaches are really excited too. I think to the point you just made, when we get our other athletes in there, and we number one, we have a really good wrestling room. We have enough room in our wrestling room to hold everybody, so we're fortunate with that. But when we get all of our other kids, our numbers are going to be good. And I can't leave that topic without mentioning. And I know you're a Conley guy, but Rose, our volleyball, our girls volleyball, we're going to play for a state championship.
Awesome.
Our baseball is always off the charts, as is Conley's.
I'm an RV fan. I won't deny that.
Yeah. I tell our kids in there. At the end of the day, we're Rose High. There are certain things. We have athletes. We just have to get them on the page on what wrestling is.
Well, Coach, football as well, still going on. Give us an update on rampant football.
Yep, yes, sir. Well, this is my third year coaching at Rose. My first 2 years, I was on the JV offensive coordinator for the JV. This year, I'm the wide receiver coach for the varsity. We are not having, as far as record-wise, we're not having the greatest season, but we have really great kids. They're working hard. We play a very strong Havelock team tonight. We're excited about the opportunity. We're one of those teams. We have a lot of great athletes, and if we do get into the playoffs, we're not a team that you want to play,
right?
Because we have those athletes, and our conference. Football-wise, I mean, when you look at New Bern and you look at Havelock, D.H. Conley actually is up this year.
Well, the talk was supposed to be Conley was down this year. It seems like they've exceeded expectations, maybe.
Right. And I'm not really sure what their overall record is. I know that we played them, but we've got a lot of strong teams in our conference. So when you get into the playoffs and you get out of conference, then you really and you and I were talking. We went to Wilmington twice early in the season.
Right.
We have one of the 5 strongest schedules in the state when you look at the strength of schedule. So,
well, Coach, we'll circle back around and how can folks get involved and help out if they're able to with this new this wrestling program returning to J.H. Rose?
Yes. Well, number one, come out to Friday Night Lights and the Pitt County Championships. That's when we'll be home. We would love folks to come out and get a taste of what we've put together on the mat. Also, just to mention the fundraising again, our Facebook page is Rose High Wrestling, and our Instagram is lowercase JHR _ lowercase wrestling. And on both of those sites, you should be able to see a link where you can go to donate if you wish. But yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on, and I would ask folks to keep following us through the season, and we'll see where we are in February, I guess, is when the season wraps up.
Yes, sir. And I mean, early we were kind of joking about society and what's important to it. Local sports, area high school sports, very important, I think, just because I just remember, middle school, played a little freshman baseball, but the locker room and being around people that you normally wouldn't be around every day, it just it builds a community, I think, and it's very important.
Oh, it really does, and I'm retired, but I also am working with a consultant. And when you're in that work environment, and then you leave that and you walk out on the football field and you're around these kids, and they're not talking about engineering. They're talking about what happened in school, and they're teaching me words I've never heard of before. They have to educate me. But it's a relief to be around them. So.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck, man.
Tell Tommy we said hey, by the way.
I will.
I hope he's feeling better.
He's getting better. He's getting better, but I'm sure he's listening. So I know he'll be thankful that y'all asked. And again, thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Phil Harris joining us. Wrestling coming back to J.H. Rose. We'll take a break, come back. We'll talk some more high school football, a little NFL and college as well with Brian North, WCTI 12. He joins us when we return after this.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new fall weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation. If this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. Also, the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Tonight is the Jutt Thomas Band, and tomorrow night will be Aaron Ham and the Big River Band. The Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday fun day as well. Every Sunday, kick off the day at the Buck. The Buck has the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you won't miss any game, along with weekly jersey giveaways starting at 5 p.m. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's a clip.
You going Sunday?
I'll be in Charlotte.
You're going to the Panthers game?
Yeah.
All right. You can't get enough of bad football on TV. Now you got to go see it live.
I got to go see my ex, Derek Carr.
The old ex. All right. Well, maybe talk a little bit about that and more right now as we go out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Joining us, Brian North, getting you ready for your sports weekend. North, how you doing, man?
Doing great, Clipper. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. My daughter kind of aged out of Halloween, so no costume this year, so I'll live vicariously through you. What were the North girls this year for Halloween?
Yeah, we went the predictable princesses. We had Rapunzel and we had Elsa.
All right. Yeah, princess is always a good go-to. I experienced quite a few of those. Were you able to raid any candy baskets? You get anything good out of the deal?
I am chief inspector at the house, and I certainly have made my way through. All Hershey bars are bad, so they have been taken out and confiscated. But they mostly like Skittles and crap that just messes with their brain anyway. So,
yeah.
So you haven't graduated to becoming like porch guy, scarer, haunting kids?
Nah, yeah. I mean, do you go that route? You got some fun stuff on the porch?
We don't, because we are in the trick-or-treating mode, but I am looking forward to this
right.
when I can sit there as the scarecrow and scare the crap out of kids when they come up on the porch.
I can see, yeah, you're really getting into that later in life. That'd be fun. Brian North joining us. All right, North. Well, let's talk about what's going on. Let's start with the high school ranks. So where are we at with high school football right now?
So this is the de facto end of the regular season. This is when it was supposed to end. They added next week, but most teams are still trying to figure out if they want to play next week. The NCHSAA basically said, look, we're giving the West a chance to catch up. We have this extra Friday. If you guys want to schedule a game, you can. It doesn't count. I don't believe it counts against your RPI and the Max Preps ratings, but it gives you a chance to have another game, stay sharp going into the playoffs. So a lot of teams are evaluating, trying to decide if they need the rest, if they want to have a glorified scrimmage, if they want to let their JV guys get a bunch of reps. So a lot of coaches have told me they're going to decide see how they come out after tonight, because just about everybody's going to make the playoffs. So you're going to see a bunch of, I think, late scheduled games for next week, but don't think that it's going to be like a scrimmage. You know?
Yeah.
You're going to play your starters a little bit just to keep them sharp, and then you're going to let your JV guys and your backups get a lot of work in, just to kind of like a bowl game or something.
Brian North joining us. No ECU football this weekend, Brian. Kind of a weird schedule coming up for the Pirates here these next couple of weeks. Got a Thursday nighter next week, a Thursday nighter following that. So we got some Saturdays off. Are you going to try to hit some other games, or are you hanging out with the fam these next couple of Saturdays?
You know, somebody was asking me that today, and I was so focused on just getting through Halloween that I hadn't even thought about the weekend yet. I know Luke Schwartz is going to check out NC State coming off their rest and see what they look like against the Trees from Stanford. And then we've got, obviously, J.H. Rose is playing in the volleyball state championship, so he'll have to cover that. So it's just kind of one of those weird weekends. But back when I was in full rotation and single and no kids, I used to go to, like, the Division III games, Division II games, 1AA. So I would usually go check out a bunch of those on a weekend like this.
Yeah, we tell the tales of a marriageless Brian North around here. I can't remember who I was telling, but I was like, yeah, Brian would go hit Wallace Wade at noon and Keenan at 2 o'clock, and then be at Dowdy Ficklin to catch the end of their game at 4 o'clock. And you would burn up the roads back in the day.
And I'm telling you, I used to love going to the Division III and Division II games just as much, because you know what's so great about those? No media timeouts, right? The game keeps moving. There's none of these long, drawn-out games. It's just a fun, crisp environment, and it's not the manufactured and advertising everywhere. It's just, it goes back to the old roots of football. So I used to love going to places that were off the beaten path, where we had local guys playing and we're having good years, and I'd like to go highlight them a couple times a year. So I miss that more than anything. Look, going to these other places is fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy all the great college atmospheres we have in our state and surrounding states. But sometimes it's going back to the old roots of just pure Saturday football with not everything else surrounding it entertaining the games.
Brian went home after the fifth quarter last Saturday, and usually I'll highlight kind of one game to keep an eye on. And last week it was Duke SMU, and boy, am I glad that was the game I picked to highlight. What a debacle of a football game, which made it super entertaining. 6 turnovers for the Mustangs, 3 to end regulation. To get into overtime. Duke had a chip shot field goal to win it. It gets blocked. All right, let's see what happens now. SMU scores the first play of overtime. Duke scores the second play, and I'm thinking, let's just let this baby go on all night. Let's keep going. Yeah. But Duke decides to go for 2. They don't get it. Risky move at that point. Hell, with the way SMU was turning the ball over, I probably would have said, let's kick the extra point and let them get back on the field. But Duke goes for 2. They don't get it. Great game Tough loss for the Devils. Big win for SMU because now they're still undefeated in league play, and they got Pittsburgh coming to town for a good one on Saturday night. Duke will try to hang with Miami. Miami, a huge favorite. I think too many points, but we'll see what happens Saturday at noon.
And the only thing I can be thinking is that Duke has a hangover, and then going on the road, they don't play quite as well. But sometimes I think this Miami team might be just a tad overrated, and so they're going to play a good defensive team in Duke. And that's, you always wonder how are teams going to do when they play somebody who can play defense. There's a reason the adage is defense wins championships, and so I'm curious to see how that Duke defense travels to Miami. And I do too. I think that's a really big number for a team like Duke who can control that side of the ball. But have they faced somebody like Miami's quarterback here this year? So it's an intriguing matchup yet again. And how about SMU and Pittsburgh? I mean, we got four undefeated teams in the ACC play. So now we're going to start to see Miami, Clemson, Pitt, and SMU. So one of those is going to give this week. But I'm curious how it's going to all fall out for the ACC championship. Now that you have so many teams and they don't play each other, you're going to have scenarios where you're going to have multiple undefeated teams. Then how do you figure out who goes and plays in the championship game?
Brian North joining us. Brian, all hot seats aren't created equal. I don't know if Ryan Day's on a hot seat, but he is 62-9 during his time at Ohio State. But like the other night, they beat Nebraska in a snoozer, and I heard a Ohio State fan after that game saying, I've lost all faith in Ryan Day. And so his thing is, winning the big one at this point. On the other side of the matchup this week, you got James Franklin, whose thing is I can win a bunch of games. I just can't beat Ohio State or Michigan when they're good. So James Franklin trying to pull off a big one on Saturday, big noon on Fox. Ryan Day looking to win a road game for his Buckeyes. Buckeyes trying to avoid their second loss of the year. So a lot of intrigue going into this one.
Mm-hmm. How long has Ryan Day been the head coach now?
Started in, let's see, I guess his first full year would have been 19, it looks like.
Right. So we see this all the time in college football, about that 4 to 5 year window for these head coaches. And you can have a ridiculous record like that, but if you're not beating the team that the alumni want you to beat, then they're going to run you out of town. I think we kind of saw that. We can talk about the Mike Houston stuff all you want, but there's that window now. He was in his 6th year, and I think some people were starting to get tired of what they saw was the same thing over.
Well, for Mike Houston, Brian, we brought up the in-state record a lot, and
correct,
it was awful, winless. So, and then for Ohio State, of course, we're talking about Michigan and then the national championship, and we all know Michigan's recent dominance with Harbaugh over Ryan Day.
But that was recent. There was a time when Harbaugh couldn't beat Ohio State.
Right, yeah.
And so once you turn that around, given the chance to turn that around. So with Ryan Day, I'd say the record is pretty good, right? I mean, he beat somebody else. Sometimes you got to give it. Maybe this year without Harbaugh there, if they can't beat Michigan, okay, maybe they start rumbling. But it's just funny how that 4 or 5, 6 year window is when a little bit of a trend starts. And the alumni gets and the boosters and people get so upset because you're not beating one or two. You're beating everybody else, but you're not beating some people on your schedule, and that causes them to sour on you in a hurry and then ultimately can run you out of town.
Any prediction for that one, Brian, in Happy Valley Saturday?
No, it seems like these are the games that Penn State always finds a way to win. Occasionally, I was there, was it 6 years ago when Penn State upset Ohio State when they were ranked number 1 in the country? We were up there to see Taekwon Lewis from Tarboro, who was playing for Ohio State, and we had the kid from Swansboro who was playing for Penn State, and the kid from Plymouth, Paris, who was starting on the offensive line for Penn State. So we had 3 local guys in that game, so I made the trip up, and Penn State ended up upsetting them. So that was I can see that a scenario where Penn State does pick up another big win over the Buckeyes.
Brian North joining us. We'll talk a little NFL. Panthers got the Saints at home this week. Brian, how about Jaden Daniels adding to his early lure with a Hail Mary victory over the Bears last week? How about that one?
And the whole taunting thing with the Bears DB, it made it
beautiful.
Better. And, what was so great about that play for Jaden Daniels, if you really, if you want to get on that soapbox and say how wonderful he is, not only buying the time in the backfield, but where he placed the ball so it could be tipped to somebody in the back. And it's executed so perfectly. But, yeah, it's kind of how legends get made in a hurry, right? But I just keep going back to RG3. I just remember his great year.
I know.
Like, I know, and I know you talked about you want to be so hopeful, but then you remember RG3 and that great rookie season, and it went downhill after that. So I'm impressed, and I keep going back to the offensive coordinator and how he sets them up to succeed. And right now, everything is the honeymoon phase in our nation's capital, and ride it while you can. And obviously, Jaden Daniels has so many positive things about him, including maturity, acumen, understanding the game, ability, all those things. But you have to change as a quarterback as life goes on. Patrick Mahomes isn't the same as he was his rookie year. So you've got to evolve. And so we'll see how Jaden Daniels evolves. But, man, so far so good. He is certainly creating his own legend in a hurry.
Brian, we got basketball talk with Cy Seymour today. I know you're the wrong guy to ask about basketball in November. We usually Brian is good to talk hoops. What, January? Is that okay? Or do we need to go February or March? When can we talk hoops?
I'm good in January. I'm good. I'm even good. I'm okay after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's funny. Luke Schwartz was here. We're at work, and Luke goes, "All right, I'm going to run Michael Schwartz stuff today." I go, "Why?" It doesn't start till Monday, man. Why? Nobody cares on a Friday going in unless your football team's horrible. Save it for Sunday and Monday, but no one cares on a Friday of November 1st. Except for Cy Seymour.
Cy is ready, and he has talked me in. I think round to 32 this year, Brian. I think we get into the tournament, maybe win a game, and then I think that's where Cy has me right now.
He is a bastion of optimism, man. It's funny how many people, the longer I've been here, 26 years, 27 years here now, and it's funny as time goes on, the more and more you hear people who will evoke Cy Seymour's name and how he was such a cheerleader for them and how he got them to succeed in their business or or something.
Yeah.
He's always been that way, right? There's never, I can never find, even when Cy was having like heart problems and diabetes, he was still the most optimistic guy out there, right? So he's just a wonderful human being to have in your life to kind of cheer you up and make the sun seem even brighter.
The day he says, "Clip, this team just ain't got it," is the day we just folded up, man. That's when we just got to get rid of him, Brian.
Cancel the program, right?
Yeah.
Cancel the program.
We got hoops talk coming up with Cy. Brian, good stuff, man. We'll check you out on the Blitz and hope you have a great weekend. Maybe old Brian North rears his head and covers 7 games tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, well, old Brian North will have his Halloween open on the Blitz tonight.
Ooh.
Fun fact that will give your listeners an insight. There's a Blitz pumpkin that we always have, and there's creepy music and some trick-or-treaters. This was done 20 years ago. This is the 20th anniversary of the Blitz pumpkin, and I use it every year. And in the open, I have these kids who are now have their own kids out trick-or-treating that will be in the Blitz Open tonight. So we will be doing the Halloween theme tonight.
Awesome. And congratulations, by the way, to Luke Schwartz. Came to trivia Wednesday night at Bella Green. Not only did his team win, he won the individual prize, which turned out to be a Carolina Panthers T-shirt. So I know he's very excited about that.
Wow.
Get him now. Buy stock low, right, Brian? It can't get any lower.
Did he have the questions planted to him like is accused of during presidential debate?
No, absolutely. Everything we do is on the up and up at Sports Trivia. So he earned the victory. So good for him.
Good to know.
All right, North, thank you, man. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Clipper.
There is Brian North joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Let's take a break. When we return, hour 2. That means we're talking NFL. You'll get our picks, including special guest picker, Brett Damaso. Will they pick the G-Man over the Commanders? We'll find that out.
By the way, I picked the Jets last night.
Oh, remember I said teasers are for losers? Remember I said that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said that? Under hit by 1 million, and I had Texans plus 7.5. How much they lose by? 8. Yeah. Teasers are for losers. We'll take a break, come back, and have more for you after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
As fall approaches, our entire inventory transforms in an amazing array of color and texture. Fall feels good, so here's your opportunity to look good as well. I'm Rhonda Lyons with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. We are ready to help you with all your clothing needs. Special occasion, dress or casual, we have you covered. We are stocked with Barber outerwear, shoes, and accessories for both men and women. A quality line made to be handed down to the next generation. We are serious about what you wear, and we'll prove it at Russell's in downtown Washington.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Also, UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online anytime at PirateWear.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Bone. We got Brett, Shirley, Tony Dunn joining Chandler and I inside the Pirate Radio studios. What's up, Tony?
Hey, man.
No hat today?
No hat today.
You're kind of getting close to me and my collection with the hats you're piling up.
I am. It's a
disease, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst thing you could do to me. I shouldn't tell you this. Is to bend the bill.
I was watching, on Netflix, great documentary on the 2004 Red Sox.
Okay.
Their comeback. And seeing Nomar Garciaparra and all those players, that was in, and at that time too, when I played baseball and wore hats, it was get the bill as curved as you possibly could.
Yeah.
It's interesting how we just go through fashion eras like that, even in sports.
Go through
Fads. Chandler, who'd you vote for?
What a jerk question.
Yeah, what a jerk. It was Tony Dunn.
Yeah. Soil and conservation. Water and soil conservation.
Hey,
I tell you who I voted for that. Troy Dreyfus.
You did? You wrote him in?
I did.
Can you give me one of those stickers, though?
No, dude, you got to go vote.
I ain't vote. Vote for what?
Well,
for the future of our country.
Here's one thing, Clip, is that North Carolina is so tight. I was thinking about just being the last person to vote on Tuesday and just say, stand outside and run an auction. Going once, my vote, $500.
I think that would be fortuitous.
The vote that decided America was sold for $850.
Clip asks what to vote for. What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Yeah. Well,
go vote, Clip Brock.
For who?
Whoever you want to. And write somebody in.
But see, that's what I don't get. Like,
that's your civic duty.
I do believe this, Clip, is...
My civic duty, I served jury duty. That was a civic duty.
It is your duty to vote in good faith, not just to vote to vote. So,
Thank you.
Look, is that if you don't have a horse in the race, I don't think that necessarily makes you a better person by voting or not voting, in a sense. One thing that I am big on is I don't vote in elections that I don't care about, and I don't just vote on someone's name.
That's a pretty smart thing to do.
So you can go and fill out a partial ballot. You can skip that and vote for the ones that you do care about. Yeah.
All right. Was that what you did,
There's local
Chandler?
politics, bud.
Thank you.
No,
or did you vote for everything?
I voted for everything.
Because you are very informed on all the races,
Did you just hit straight ticket?
You know exactly what both sides are saying. Like, you're very educated on it, right?
I feel like I'm educated enough, yes. Do I know everything? No.
All right.
I learned this lesson, Clip, the first time I ever voted. I was young, 18-year-old, rebellious, little more rebellious than I am now. Still haven't shed that entirely. But I remember voting for judges, and I didn't have a single clue of any of these people, and I just voted for all female judges saying, oh, I think they'll be more empathetic.
Hey, okay, that is your right.
And then I look back, though, and it's like just voting on who has the cooler name. Remember that old Eddie Murphy movie? It was he basically had the same last name as the candidate.
Distinguished Gentleman?
Distinguished.
I love that movie. Love that movie. Rotten Tomatoes hates it. I love it. I voted for some judges. I voted for Aaron and Judge and Judy.
Oh, nice.
Wait,
and
damn,
Aaron.
I messed up.
Yeah.
Aaron and Joe and Judy. That was going to be the joke. The house was going to come down. We were going to end the show, but I screwed it up.
And old Aaron, not so hot in the playoffs.
No, he is not.
Or was it?
No, he is not. John says, go to the grocery store, buy groceries, see how educated you are. Did you spend more this year than you did 4 years ago?
Well, change your list.
Are you
maybe you need to go get on that great value now.
All right. I'm going to vote, and I'm going to see what...
We're not supposed to talk about politics on this show.
Oh, yeah.
There's a list. And that's one of the things.
I got to check my garage.
Let's move on to religion while we're at it.
Yes! It's actually on there, too.
I know it is. I know it is.
And Virginia Tech football.
We're not supposed to talk about this, but it was God's plan for us to talk about this. Tony.
Unwavering faith.
It is Jamus's plan.
The way of water.
What did God say?
Wait, let's hit the water thing again. Jared.
Oh, you got
Shirley, can you show Jared where that is from yesterday? Jamus talking about people that grew up around water.
He's
from Galveston.
Clip, you'll love this. One of my good friends, he said, I really believe that Jamus Winston is Socrates reincarnate.
You got it. I asked Greg Hudson because he sent me this clip because he coached at Florida State when Jamus was there. And I said, Hud, are you sure that he's the genius and we're the
His stuff makes sense. I mean, it does make sense.
All right, let's hear
it. The delivery at times.
Let's hear it.
Water.
Does this make sense?
So I think Texas receivers, I feel like they're different, but Mike is different. Mike is from Galveston. I always tell this to people. And this is something that me and my trainer talk about a lot. If you are born around water, you have a different way of life. You function differently. And I just feel like you function differently because water has no soul. You know, it doesn't discriminate against anybody. You get in that water, it's going to take you wherever it goes. Yeah. So I feel like people that are around water, they are very strong-willed. They're one with water. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Mike is from Galveston. If you've been to Galveston is known for, I don't know what they're known for because I'm not from there, but I know they have a beach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a pretty beach.
How do you go from saying, people from Galveston, and then he was so confident in saying what he was going to say, actually, I don't know what they're known for. I
like his honesty.
Tell me where a lie was told on that. Tell me when he said water has no soul, he maybe misused the word soul, and he was saying this: it does not care who you are, where you're from, what your color your skin is, the hardship you've been through. Water flows, and you flow with it, and people around it understand that, and they have a special source in their soul. No lies told there.
Jamus is a visionary.
He is a philosopher.
Yeah. He is a modern-day philosopher.
Unwavering faith.
Give it all to the Lord.
Jamus Winston. I'm just glad he's playing right now.
You remember that we watched the old ECU where we beat that tail against Carolina in the 70, and then they panned to the guy, and he was the morale.
Oh, yeah, Caleb.
He's from Galveston. No, I'm just kidding.
I want Jamus Winston, when he retires from playing actual football, to be the morale coordinator of my team. Maybe even the morale coordinator of my life.
Panthers have hired Jamus Winston as director of morale.
Man, best move that David Tepper could make.
How about Panthers hire Jamus Winston as quarterback?
Not even a worse move there either.
Yeah.
I would take it.
I've been saying this. If you don't like Jamus, there's something wrong with you, not with him.
Well, I haven't gone into all his past, but
I'm sure he can philosophize about it and tell how he's grown.
I guess that's how he got out of it.
The way of water.
Can you imagine him in an interrogation? He'd have those cops' brains in a pretzel.
I love it.
The cops would be arresting themselves. The cops would be putting the handcuffs on themselves.
I'm telling you, he's the number one person in the NFL I would want to hang out with.
Jamie says, Jamus or Cam, who is the better philosopher?
Oh, Jamus by far.
Jamus.
So Cam's been on TV a lot lately. And
he's on First Take.
How's he done? Has anybody seen it? I haven't seen how he's hanging.
He was on there today. I saw him.
He's okay.
Okay.
He doesn't take away from the show, but it's kind of a bottom feeding show.
Yeah.
So Cam, I've seen a lot of more comments on his outfits. Like he looks like
We've heard that for years.
The rival to Willy Wonka, like he's opening up his own candy shop.
He's the villain in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
I will say this though: is Cam
is he trend setting? I haven't seen anybody dressed like his dumbass.
Whoa! Hold on here. You're a dumbass. You have seen people's outfits since he has done this, and Portis was another one. Speaking of wearing the
Portis did it to be funny,
to push the limits of what we can accept, and now then you see what Joe Burrow wears and what things like these are all. Look, and you can. I know that Cam, not everyone loves him, but look, if you go back, the dab, the Superman, like he is someone who has a way of like articulating kind of his aura in a way. I just said in a way 3 times in one sentence.
In a way.
Way of water.
Matt says Jamus knows about crab legs, so that water talk checks out. Crabs come from the water.
Now,
and they flow with it.
Somebody gave him free crab legs. He didn't think he was stealing them. They said, hey, take this.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, me too.
He's had some other indiscretions.
We have.
What'd you say? We
have.
We have.
We are.
Are you speaking to Jamus as if you are one with him? Are you one with the water and Jamus?
That's what I want to be in life. Did you see his braids? Those when he was doing his postgame, fire.
No.
That is cool, man.
Noah said athletes have been doing that. Speaking of Cam, since Broadway Joe. Oh, I know. Like I don't. Oh, he says Cam ain't a visionary.
Okay.
It just seems like it just reeks of desperation. Like you just want attention that bad.
Well,
this comes from people.
But I will say Cam's done it forever. Like
Mostly
I
Joe
think
Burrow.
it is his thing.
Mostly Joe Burrow is what I'm talking about.
And some people can pull it off, and some people can't.
Joe Burrow
can.
Burrow didn't. God, he didn't need to do that. He didn't need to go with his the
Eminem
blonde
look.
hair. Like, but I guess if that's his thing, go for it.
Speaking of, Jamus did drop some bars from Eminem in his post game on that Browns win.
Yeah, and J-Bone actually, he had said that line the other day at the Buck. I go outside, I look at my phone, and there's Jamus Winston quoting Eminem.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing.
Mom spaghetti.
Knees weak.
Arms are heavy.
All right, let's. I want to make some picks and talk some NFL. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll look at the records. We'll briefly go over what happened last week and last night, and then we will get to the picks. Another fun NFL Sunday awaits us, and we'll talk about it when we return after this.
Kamala backed Biden on everything. She was the deciding vote for his disastrous economic agenda. Kamala and Joe raised taxes on the middle class, and prices soared. Kamala was in charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to illegals while Americans struggle. And their weakness invited wars. Now Kamala wants to double down on failure. It's time to turn the page on Joe and Kamala's failed agenda. President Trump fights for you. His strength kept us safe. Trump cut taxes for families. Prices were lower and the border secure. Now, President Trump can do it again.
And we are going to launch a new golden age of American success for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed.
Remember, Kamala broke it. President Trump will fix it.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President 2024.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season, and that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time. It's bow time. Some classics never go out of style, like fresh egg, American cheese, and hickory smoked bacon on a made-from-scratch biscuit. But why stop there? Pair it with crispy bow rounds and a hot coffee or medium drink. Your morning deserves a breakfast that has it all. From the fluffy egg and crispy bacon to the melted cheese and, of course, a legendary Bojangles biscuit. That's the ultimate breakfast combo. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. No Pirate football this weekend, but we'll talk some Pirate basketball with Seymour. Coming up in hour number 3, Morgan Ahlers as well.
And we talked to Mike Schwartz this morning. First press conference availability for him. So talked to him this morning leading up to tip-off on Monday against NC Wesleyan.
Monday night, East Carolina will be in action in Minges Coliseum. All right. Last week in the NFL, what do you think the top story was coming out of last week? Maybe the top play.
Oh, well, we're looking at
play?
it.
Oh, my God.
The story is the Washington Commanders and the hero and the magic that is happening with Jaden Daniels.
You know, we used to say Taylor Heineke was the hero. You used to say it in Washington, but now it seems like Jaden Daniels is the hero.
We have a real hero. I think other stories, too, were and I wanted to ask this. Should we call games in the NFL upsets? Are they really upsets?
Yes.
Did the Browns upset the Ravens?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Did the Patriots upset the Jets?
No.
I wouldn't go that far. I think the Jets just stink.
What about
the Browns is definitely an upset.
Who the Chargers?
They hammered the Saints.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking Arizona. I don't know if hobbled to say that the Dolphins just were going to catch it with Tua back, but
I think the Dolphins blew that one. That was
the Panthers beating the Raiders an upset?
Next.
I don't know. I guess my point is it's such a thin line between good and bad in the NFL, and we see upsets, but are they truly upsets? If the Dolphins beat the Bills this weekend, would it be an upset?
It almost is not that it's an upset. It's that the team that lost that should have won let something down more than the other team overcame.
Jared, can you bring me a pen, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, last night Jets beat the Texans.
Jeez.
That's what I mean. I saw it. Like, I've bashed Chandler and even you, Tony, for picking the Jets. But yesterday it was like, yeah, this is a perfect Jets.
Why?
The Texans have laid some stinkers on the road. Well, and the fact that the Jets were favored tells me that.
I thought that that Vegas didn't know everything. Obviously, I shouldn't say that. But we, at the beginning of the season, we talked about this, and that is not a sophomore slump for Stroud, but for the Texans in general. Last year was a story of success, but one of overachievement in a way. And this is, I think, the type of team they are, is that they're good, they're improving, but they're not all of a sudden a dominant powerhouse. And they have played well enough to win games this year, but they've shown that they're not a juggernaut.
I'm worried about them on the road. I guess the good news for them is they're going to win their division and be at home, I guess, for at least a little while in the playoffs. But they have lost to the Vikings on the road 34-7.
Okay.
Packers beat them on the road on a field goal. That's a respectable loss, I guess. And then an absolute dud last night at New York.
You were asking about the storylines of the week, and while we talk about Jaden Daniels' heroics, the other is a rookie a second-year quarterback that tapped out, and now who is not going to be the starter. And now you're looking at Panthers, Titans, Colts, all first-round quarterback picks 2 years ago, all in a place of uncertainty.
Yeah, and might have to hit the reset button way earlier than they thought. All right, we'll get to Colts and all that when they come up on the picks. By the way, last week Tony and I went 11-4. Chandler 10-5, Bone 8-7.
Yuck.
Come on, Bone.
What was our guest picker scores? Did you calculate those?
I did not count Joey's picks.
Oh, okay.
We can do it real quick. He won the Eagles, lost the Raven. I don't feel like doing it.
No. The Eagles, man, they made me mad last week. They came out and got it done, put the business on them.
But in our touchdown survivor, I advanced because George Pickens scored 2 touchdowns the other night, right?
No.
What do you mean no? I saw him with the ball in the end zone twice.
The 3 blind refs, they couldn't figure it out.
George Pickens scored 2 touchdowns and ended up with 0, so I'm out. David Montgomery, touchdown. Derrick Henry, touchdown. Saquon Barkley,
no.
And Debo, no. So Tony and Jarrett, you two are alive. So as we go through these picks, let me know who you think will score a touchdown this week. And Brett, we will invite you in as our guest picker. Starting off with a tough one, Cowboys at Falcons.
Oh, Micah Parsons out.
Yeah.
I'm going Falcons at home.
Cowboys have been better on the road, although they did lose to the Niners.
Yeah, they have not been able to win anything at home.
So all 3 of their wins have been on the road. They won at the Brownies, at the G-Men, at the Steelers.
This is a game that you can see the Cowboys going and winning, right? But I'm tired of picking games on this idea that it's
somebody's due.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking the Cowboys on the road
because they're due.
I'm also taking the Cowboys.
All right.
I'm going with the Falcons, but it is a good spot for the Cowboys because Falcons' defense is probably the softest they've played so far. But I can't trust Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook to get the run game going.
How about over 51.5?
Like that.
Can we get some points here? Brett, who you got?
Falcons.
All right. Dolphins at Bills. I am done with the Dolphins. Give me the Bills. I'm done with McDaniel.
I don't see anybody picking the Dolphins here. The Bills are a good team.
Buffalo.
Bills.
Buffalo.
I like the dramatic pause.
Say it with your chest, man.
Raiders.
Oh, he did. He did it in a different way. It was like a subtle confidence.
All right, Jared. The Bengals could be without T. Higgins and Zach Moss.
I have no faith in this team, so I'm going with
You
the
don't have
Bengals.
unwavering faith?
Nope.
And does T. Higgins really move the needle for this team?
I mean, it made a difference last week, but
I don't know.
This is not the Eagles.
I didn't watch that game, so
I don't know what's moving the needle for the Bengals right now.
The Panthers.
I mean,
they could just play them each week.
Zach Moss being out, Chase Brown has been really the primary guy back
He's
there.
looked good. So you're going Bengals?
Yeah.
Tony?
Bengals.
John?
I'm going to take the Raiders.
Okay. Why?
I can just see them winning a random game like this.
Okay.
On the road.
Brett?
Raiders.
Why?
I kind of have the same reasoning with John.
Okay.
Have y'all watched this team at all?
I've watched the Bengals.
You know what I
though,
could
and I'm not
see?
too confident.
Bone, do you know what I could see? I could see us right now on Sunday, and you going after this game going, how did we win this game?
By the way, the Bengals have done this quite a few times, right? They did it week 1 with the Patriots. They did it with Washington week 3.
Coming off a loss, did the Raiders win last week?
No,
yeah,
hell no.
They're an every other week team, so there's no way they
How?
could.
How are we ever? We got 2 wins. That's not every
right,
other week.
but they've never. They can't catch momentum on 2 weeks in a row. So at the.
But I mean, it's not even like we got blown out last week.
Yeah, you stink. Sorry.
Do the Raiders with the Antonio Pierce, was that an emotional hire?
Yeah.
Does that make you not want Blake Harrell as the coach at ECU?
I mean, I've said
we
this.
win games?
I've said this plenty of times off air, but if he wins out, that should not just be like, come on in, give him the full-time gig. Like, you got to bring in other people. Because Antonio Pierce put up 63 on the Chargers, won at Arrowhead, and they're like, all right, we're going to interview Marvin Lewis, and then he's got the job. We told Jim Harbaugh, kick rocks, pal, and now he's coaching across the street.
Yeah, they shouldn't have said pal either. That's so demeaning.
Yes.
Kick rocks, pal. I'm not your pal, friend. Chargers at Brownies. I'm going Jamus.
Me too.
I'll go Chargers. That was fun. That was fun last week, but I don't know if I'm doing it back to back.
Give me Jamus.
Mm-hmm. Brett?
I'm with the Brownies.
All right.
I hope you guys are right. I love Jameis, and I'm glad that he's getting this opportunity, and I'm glad he got that win last week.
Man, we're in that lazy river, just floating in James.
Wherever it goes,
you are one with water.
I'm one with Winston.
Yes.
We had a double McConkey check last week.
Conky check.
Got in the end zone twice, I believe.
Red, Conky
check.
Yeah.
Red, honky.
Thank you. All right, Patriots at Titans.
Patriots, dude. Titans. I don't have any room to say this. Titans are bad.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots.
They're bad, dude.
You're taking the Pats?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Me too.
I will be taking the Patriots because the Titans played the Lions last week.
Oh,
that's right.
So
I knew there was a team.
All right, I'm with. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Pats.
I'm with the Titans.
All right.
Boo.
Commanders at Giants. We
I'm going
start
Giants.
with
Hell yeah, Chan.
I don't even know what he said.
We start with Brett.
Give me the Giants.
Why?
Because I'm not going to support the Redskins. I just can't do it.
The Redskins.
Well, good for you. It's not the Redskins. It's the Commanders.
It's the same thing.
The Redskins.
Real fans, it's the Redskins.
Why are you taking the Giants, Sean?
This is also kind of the same reasoning as the Raiders. Like, I think the Commanders are going to have one of those games where you just kind of sit back and you go, man, like, why this game? Why did we slip up this game? And it took you 7 field goals to beat them at home. So I can just see you guys. And look, and y'all can afford a loss.
The good news on that is we did not punt the entire game. We drove the field on them every single time.
Week 1, 2, or 3?
Week 2.
Yeah. Then that was before Jaden Daniels started slinging it when he was, getting his sea legs and his legs essentially were keeping him alive in those games, extending drives. I think you're silly to bet against Jaden Daniels right now at any point. The Giants played the Steelers last week in a snoozer and no one could score. So, hey, if they can't score against – the Giants just can't put the ball in the end zone. And so then you got a team that can.
The funny thing was the Commanders could only kick field goals that game. The Giants didn't have a field goal kicker, and if they did, they probably would have won that game.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Tony, you're going Commanders. I am taking Washington. Jarrett.
Washington.
Somebody in the chat said the Giants lead the league in sacks. Does that sound right to you, Brett?
Yeah, but they have all season. They have all season.
The Giants have a good defense.
Yeah.
I don't think their defense is much of the problem.
Brian Burns.
When you can't score more than 10 points.
Yeah.
Tell us
That's a problem.
Tell us about Brian Burns. Your thoughts on him?
He's improving.
Is he?
He's slowly improving. Dexter Lawrence being as good as he is kind of helping him out a little bit. get a little
You
more.
see how he gets washed out of plays, though?
He does. He gets kind of washed down, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't give a full effort out there.
Speaking of washed, the Panthers are washed, but I like them to not only cover this week, but win the game.
Wow.
Against the Saints. Give me the Panthers.
Why?
I don't believe in the Saints.
Okay. But that makes you believe in the Panthers?
No.
This is
Don't make him switch his
guys.
pick. I'm
about to.
Let him lose a game.
I almost want to switch my survivor.
Let's get Chuba going.
My survivor, yeah.
Let's get Hubbard going.
Chuba Hubbard, you top 5 for sure.
Let's get him going.
All right. Give me the Saints. I'm not picking the Panthers. I told you I won't pick the Panthers or the Jets for not only the rest of the season, but for the unforeseeable future.
I think this will be a fun game. I think this will be one at the end of the 1 o'clock window that goes down to the wire.
Yeah, at what? It's a 6-3 game.
And Derek Carr
fun.
is back.
Yes, sir.
We haven't talked Panthers. Not much to talk about the Panthers. Deontay Johnson, short-lived in Carolina. Xavier Legette, love Jalen Coker. I'm really hoping those two get their shine in the rest of the year with him gone.
And the story in Carolina is with the offensive line. Kwanu is out, so now we're starting to see the shuffle.
Surprised that hasn't happened already.
I almost said Chandler Honeycutt at center.
Jesus.
Help me. Brady Christensen moving from center to left tackle, who has the ability to play it. Very good at BYU his senior year. Came into a system where Matt Rule said, his arms are not long enough to play tackle. And then he went out and put a bunch of bums at tackle the whole time. So, look, the shuffle is happening there on the offensive line. Bryce Young, I had a friend, I said, he can't see over the line. He said, well, just roll him out. I said, well, you can't roll the quarterback out every single play for the rest of their career, right? It's like that's the offensive game plan. We're either handing it off or rolling out.
Roll out.
I'm going Saints.
All right.
Going Saints.
Saints.
I'm going Saints. I think Alvin Kamara is going to have a field day out there.
And I think that is he's at the top of my list for Survivor.
For touchdown.
He's having
I got
a great
one
year.
other right now. We've covered the game with the Bengals, who I have.
We can let it rest for a minute.
Summer.
All right, one more 1 o'clock game. Broncos at Ravens. Is anybody taking the 5-3 Broncos seriously right now?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Brett, you like to be the voice of dissension. Are the Broncos for real?
I don't think I'm taking them very seriously, but I think they're a team that can win games. I don't necessarily think they could beat the Ravens.
How are they winning?
How are they good?
Well, they have a very good defense.
2 games
Yeah,
over
their
500?
defense is one of the top defenses in the league.
They're winning in the trenches, and they got a good coach.
They started the year off 0-2.
Whoa. They have a jerk of a coach.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's not a good coach.
Punchable face.
Yeah.
God.
Great movie about him.
Ran 2 trick plays, throwing deep shots down. You know what? But I do like this as he just leaned into I'm a jerk. He's like, anytime I play an NFC South team, I'm just going to try to make fools of these people.
And then Jason
I don't know
Horn.
why has he got so much hurt feelings, man? Everybody just.
For the Panthers.
Or anyone.
Oh, we beat them and took the division away from them for years.
Could be a Napoleon complex.
But
He's a
J.C.
short
Horn,
man.
J.C. Horn went up to him and was saying something to him. He was just like,
well, that's lame too. Like, you gotta go.
Oh, I totally.
We'll stop him.
I totally agree with that. I mean, I wish he wouldn't have said anything.
You got to stop him.
I don't necessarily like
Sean,
running it up and stuff, but I'm not going to complain about it.
No.
I agree with you. But Sean Payton was that like what happened? What are you yelling at me for? It's like, dude, I almost said a bad word, but he's a jerk.
I was more mad about the running up stuff. Is that this game went on for far too long, just in a time period standpoint. As you're slowing this down, and we got to stick around.
And people wanted to watch the end of Washington-Chicago, but they couldn't because this game kept going on.
And look, you look at the score. It wasn't really that bad, but I feel like the Broncos beat us like 70-3.
I was going to say, did I say to you, or did I want to say to you? Like, the score stayed the same for like
it was 28-7
2 hours. It seemed like
it was like 21-7 for like maybe an hour and a half, and then 28-7 for like an hour. I mean, and then we score a late touchdown. It's 28-14. It's not that bad of a looking score, but I mean they just dominated the whole time. Our offense is so bad.
I will take the Ravens to beat the Broncos.
Ravens.
Ravens.
Especially coming off a loss.
Yeah, Ravens.
At home, too. What's the line on that game?
It was 9.5. I think it's gone down to 8.
Brett?
I'll take the Ravens, but I think it's going to be close.
All right, let's take a break. We'll get into the 4 o'clockers when we return. We're making picks on Pirate Radio Live. Morgan Ahlers, Seymour joining us hour 3. Back with you on a Football Friday after this.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and solutions those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
Fish Street Hardware is hosting an event on Saturday, November 9th, Mountain Music. From noon to 10 p.m., join us and 9 amazing Pitt County artists, including Back Row Backsliders, Jake Sutton, Morgan and Griff, Jake Mitchell, and more to support Western North Carolina and the relief efforts from Hurricane Helene. T-shirt sales, giveaways, and food specials all day long. Mark your calendar and plan to join us. Donations will be accepted all day long as cash, Venmo, or an on-site donation box. Check out our social media for more information. We will see you next Saturday at Fish Street Hardware.
There's more to fall than just Pirate football. It's also a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Why should you list your house for sale in the fall?
It's a low inventory market. Right now, Pitt County is experiencing a shortage of homes on the market, especially at certain price points. Currently, there's only about 2.5 months of home inventory available, with the average sales price sitting right at $300,000. Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Pirate Radio is excited to announce that Inky Johnson will be the 2025 Leadership Luncheon speaker on Monday, March 17th. Inky Johnson is one of the most highly sought-after speakers in the world. Some of his clients include Chick-fil-A, State Farm, AT&T, the University of Alabama, the University of Texas, New York Knicks, New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, and Atlanta Braves. For sponsorship information, please contact Mark Alexander at 252-327-2173 or mark at pirateradio1250.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got more picks to go. Ran through the 1 o'clock games. Let's look at our 4 o'clock slate. Only 2 teams on bye this week. And we've got 4 4 o'clock games, including a headliner, Lions at Packers. But before we get there, Jaguars at Eagles. And I am a little perturbed at all of the Eagles bashing going on.
Why does that bother you, since you don't like them, number one, nor have you believed in them at all this year?
I don't know if I've believed in them, but I've constantly stated how they
should be better than they are.
They're 5-2. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The way we talk about them, you would think they'd have a losing record. They're 5-2.
We talk about their culture. We talk about Sirianni being hated by their fans.
Hurts isn't looking great. They're 5-2. That worries me.
Maybe they're going to have a reverse season where they're 5-2. Never mind.
Exactly. I feel like the talk about them is they are much worse than they actually are.
Can't you see it going down the drain, though, at some point? Like,
I wish I could.
I thought this was the drain.
They're 5-2.
I know. That's where I'm talking about. Is if this is the drain, then maybe they're because they've been 10-1 in the past year, and then they fizzle out.
Yeah,
more.
That's what I'm saying. When do they start to fizzle out?
I think they catch momentum.
Hey, that's what I'm scared of. I think they're going on a run. They're already on a run.
Yeah,
they're 5-2.
What do you think about the Eagles, Brett?
I got mixed thoughts. I don't think they've really played that tough of a schedule yet.
Okay. That could make me feel better.
They played the Packers week 1. They squeaked out of there with a 5-point victory. Then the Falcons beat them. The Saints, they only won by 3 points. The Saints weren't too good. The Buccaneers blew them out. The Browns, they only beat by 4 with Deshaun Watson starting.
And then
the Giants.
So the last 2 weeks, they have won by 25 and 20 on the road against the Giants and the Bengals. So maybe, I don't know. I've got this game circled against the Jags. If they come out and win by 20 again,
and then after this, let's look what they have.
Even looking after, it's not that.
They have the Cowboys at the Cowboys. Then they play the Commanders.
You skip the Jaguars.
Well, I'm saying after the Jaguars, they have Cowboys, because the Jaguars is going to be a win.
Yep.
Cowboys, Commanders, Rams, Ravens. That's tough. You get a win against the Panthers.
I think the Steelers is a tough
Things get kind of tough down the stretch there.
Nothing has been decided in the NFC East because Washington still has to play the Eagles twice and the Cowboys twice. Philly's got a ton of division games. Brett, before the show, you said the Jaguars are going to beat the Eagles.
Wow.
I did.
So
I think the Jaguars are a good team. I think they're a sneaky team. When they started what, 0-4?
They're 2-6. They're 0-4 away. They did beat the Patriots, and they lost by 3 to the Packers in their last game.
Their first win of the season, I was heavy on that after their consecutive losses.
Yeah, they were 0-4.
I thought they were going to get one done, and they did. They went out there and proved it, and I think they could do it again.
All right, I'm going to take the Eagles at home.
Eagles.
All right, I have no clue about this next game. Oh, by the way, I got a $5 birthday
boost
deal on DraftKings. I want everybody to pick a touchdown score for this week, and I'm going to parlay it.
All right.
So think about that, too, as we go along. Bears at Cardinals. The Cardinals are the shakiest team to me this year in the NFL. They could win. They could lose. They could get blown out. They could blow somebody out.
I know. They're just unpredictable. And the Bears are predictably meh.
They are not frauds. I thought they might be frauds, but their defense showed me that they have a really good defense. Caleb Williams was erratic early, played pretty good in the fourth quarter. I think they're a pretty good team. Super Bowl contender, no.
Their defense is legit, though.
Defense is absolutely
and special
legit.
teams. I don't know who to pick here. You guys go first.
I think since the Cardinals won last week, they're 4-4. It would make sense for them to lose. So give me the Bears. I think there'll be some Bears fans there.
I'm going to take the Bears too, and as long as they don't try to give their offensive lineman the ball at the 1 yard line, I think they're good.
The dumbest play,
my God,
of all time.
I'm going with Chicago, and this is also my survivor pick. I'll go with DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
They're gonna give the ball to running backs.
Can I go ahead?
Is that your parlay pick as well?
Yeah, go ahead and put me down for that too.
I'll get into mine next game.
Gosh.
All right, who
I
are you
have
picking?
trouble picking the Bears at all.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like it's a very 50-50-ish type matchup.
You know what? I'm going to try to make up a game here. I'm going Cards.
I think the Cardinals I just have more confidence in them.
Okay.
I just think after last week they're gonna come and want to whoop some tail.
But what do you mean? What, they didn't want to come and whoop tail for the
Well,
last
no, it's just
5
like
years?
they've had to
after
hear the
week?
last
I
7
feel like-
days about how they screwed it up. They should have done this. They should have done this. And it's like, all right, well now we're gonna go out there. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna stomp a mud hole, walk it dry.
This is an interesting week for the Bears because they have had a very tumultuous week with their own guy, the Stevenson dude, doing the taunting. DJ Moore, I guess, said something about
Not
the
saying
play
it
calling
was
and
dumb
stuff.
without saying it. He said it was done without saying it.
He did a great press conference where he had to say, from now on, we're going to keep this stuff in-house. But he really wanted to say our coaches suck. But it's so bad, but he didn't. It was pretty hilarious. So I'll take the Bears, too, but I don't know. All right. Lions, Packers. Give me the Lions.
I'm going to go Lions, and I'm going to give you David Montgomery.
Okay. All right.
I'm going Lions.
Jarrett?
I really think the Packers win this game, but I cannot go against the Lions. I love them too much.
And Brett.
I'm going to go with the Packers at home.
All right. Makes sense.
But if Jordan Love is, I think, doubtful or questionable, so that really throws things off for me. Because if it's Malik Willis.
See, I didn't know that. I might want to
Malik Willis, all he does
pick.
is win, win, win no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, all right, whatever.
Jordan Love's questionable for this game.
I don't believe so. But
You don't
Jordan
believe
Love plays
so?
good hurt, too.
What are he's won every game this year. What do you mean you don't believe it? It's a fact.
I mean, you said all he does. I mean, I've seen other things. There's more things to consider than just what this small sample size with Green Bay.
All he does post 2024 is win, win, win.
And they haven't played the Lions, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you picked the Packers clip.
I picked the Lions. I'm on the
okay.
Lions. All right. This 4 o'clock slate's good, especially if Brett's right and the Jags can stay with the Eagles. But Bears-Cardinals is a 2-point spread. Lions-Packers a 3-point spread. Rams at Seahawks a 1-point spread. Rams at Seahawks. Brett felt very good about the Rams in this game, right?
I did. I do. I even in fantasy, I benched Stroud and picked up Stafford. I think he's got his weapons back. I think he's looking to throw the ball all over the place like he did last week, and I think they're going to do the same thing.
Man, sometimes receivers don't move the needle for teams but you get Puka and Cooper Kupp back in that. It's like a completely different freaking team.
Puka, I don't think he's been practicing this week. Got a knee injury, but DK Metcalf is out. So
I'm going Rams here.
I also can't hate on the Rams' other receivers. I think Tutu Atwell's pretty good, and then they have one other guy. I just can't think of his name.
DeMarcus Robinson.
Had 2 touchdowns last Thursday, I think.
I think the Seahawks are a team that is a good team when the games are close. But I think if they get down 10 points, 2 touchdowns, it puts too much we got to pass the ball. Geno's got to be great. Geno is good, but not great.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going with the Rams just because.
I'm taking the Rams, too.
Young defensive coach going up against Sean McVay. That's a unfavorable matchup.
I like that.
I'll try to go up a game. I'll do Seahawks.
All right. Colts at Vikings Sunday night. Jamie said earlier in the hour.
No reason even to watch this game.
I feel good about Colts Vikings. I haven't felt this good about any Colts game except the Titans this year. Huh.
All right, give me the Vikings by 20.
Okay.
spit in Jamie's face. Jeez.
Sorry, Jamie. I like you too.
I'm going with the Colts. Joe Flacco, man. What a guy.
Man. What do you think, Coach Green?
Joe Flacco, man. I'll tell you what, man. He's not going to want to ask off for a play, man. You got Anthony Richardson tapping his helmet, wants to go out for one play. Joe Flacco's 52 years old, man, but he's not going to take off a play. He's going to play the whole game, but he's going to lose, man. I'm going to take the Vikings.
Wow. Give me the Vikings at home. Brett?
Flacco.
Fly, Flacco, fly.
Wacko for Flacco, baby.
Monday night. How many times can I keep picking against the Chiefs?
Well, make it one more. Give me a game. I'll take the Chiefs.
I'll give you a game, Tony. Give me the Bucks.
Nice.
Wow. Give me Bake. Let Bake bake.
Second person probably on my list to hang out with in the NFL.
Behind James?
Yeah.
Bucks have nobody.
They have me. They got me.
Is Mike Evans back?
No, he won't be back until after the bye week.
They lost Chris Godwin.
They
Their
got
top receivers, Jalen McMillan.
They got a couple of tight ends.
Give me
maybe?
the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
What'd you say? He's got linebacker hands? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I saw that tweet.
This guy's got linebacker hands.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Thank God I don't have to watch this game.
Y'all are lame.
Lame.
Who you got?
I love me an underdog story clip. Give me the Bucks.
There we go. Bug nasty. All right. Jansen says, Chan, T-Law Masterclass incoming. And he says, Evan Ingram, anytime touchdown.
Oh, okay. I got to give you mine.
Tony, who is your survivor? And for my parlay, who you picking?
I think I'm going to go Jamar Chase.
Okay. Swift, Chase, Montgomery.
I have some other ones, suggestions. Alvin Kamara is one that I'm wrestling with against the Panthers. I think there's 2 touchdowns on the Eagles that are going to happen, and that's a Saquon touchdown and an A.J. Brown touchdown. And I wouldn't also be surprised to see a Marvin Harrison Jr. touchdown this week.
All right. Thing with Saquon is it's got to be like a 10-plus yard run, because if they get inside the 5, it's just going Hurts.
Yeah.
Or Will Shipley like it went last week. Jeez.
Yeah. I thought I survived, and then I saw it was a white man that scored.
Oh, white man.
Brett, honky check. Brett, who you got?
Josh Allen.
Man, that was going to be mine.
Josh Allen hasn't scored in 2 weeks, but have put up 30-plus in the past 2 weeks. I think he gets in now.
Dude,
red, honky.
That was going to be mine. I like it.
You've got a pretty good parlay there.
But I'll finish it out.
Allen's going to boost that up.
Allen's plus 110. I'm going to finish it out with Brian Robinson. I'll go with one of my own guys.
Nice. I might tell you on that one.
All right, so here is the Clip Rock birthday touchdown parlay. DeAndre Swift, Jamar Chase, Brian Robinson, David Montgomery, and Josh Allen.
What would this pay if it hits?
Well, I can put it in right now and find out.
It's $5, you said?
Yeah. Putting in my $5 birthday bonus bet.
It'll at least be 200.
I'm going to guess 5 to win 1,200.
Really?
1,200.
Think it'll be that much?
What a birthday gift we just gave him.
All right, let me. I'll put it in. Somebody talk while I do this.
All right, so I help you out here. You got Swift.
I know that. Talk about something else.
Let's see.
There's 4 guys in here. Y'all can do it, man. I trust y'all.
All right, let's go back to this Colt Vikings matchup and see just why it's the best you felt so far. Is it simply because not you? I'm like
Jamie.
He's like, why? What do I feel like? But it's just the Flacco effect, I guess.
I think this is a very good head coach with a very good system, and he just needs somebody like Flacco who's
Nick Sirianni
been there, done that, and can just run it seamlessly. And they got great receivers.
They got Josh Downs.
Michael Pittman Jr., Alec Pierce, they've been begging for somebody who can get him the ball. And Joe Flacco's that guy. And I think the Vikings a little shaky. They might fall off.
Sammy Dimes, baby.
Yeah.
I think JT's going to have a good game.
Is he back?
He's back.
All right.
He's back. Their O-line is a little banged up, though.
Yeah, Darisaw on IR. He's out for the year.
They lost that guy. They also lost Will Fries. He was their starting
What do we
guard.
think about Chubb's return so far?
Nick Chubb, I think it's to be what you would expect coming off that injury.
Yeah.
A little slow start.
50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
But
I think it'll take him a
They
game
got the
or two.
Chargers this week. I think that could be a coming out party for him.
The way of water.
I want to know how confident he is in his running ability now, because a lot of people, they tear their ACL.
Well,
he didn't even tear his ACL.
College.
He had a terrible injury. He tore everything.
He's had a bunch.
And he's done it twice. How confident is he now making a cut off that foot?
He did it twice in the NFL, and he did it twice in college.
Yeah.
So, I think he should be fine.
Right, it's confident
that
he
leg is banged up.
Boy, and that last one that he had it was not a regular ACL tear. His leg was swinging like Pinocchio's.
It was backwards.
It was
backwards.
And then, I guess to help his confidence, he goes out there and he just squats 650 pounds and he says, I'm back.
And he's got the unwavering faith. That's another thing.
I do too. I have unwavering faith. Jamus, what he does is if you can move the ball, give a little explosion. Yes, you may have some turnovers, but Watson was doing all of that. That defense, good enough to keep them in games. The Browns, what are you talking about? A turnaround? The Browns might be upset that Jamus is in there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to find bonuses, but my bet would be 5 to win 122.
Ooh, a couple hundred off for me.
I also have another thing to talk about, and that is the inability to trust anything on the internet now. Now that first they didn't trust the internet anyway, but there is a video of, and it has to be AI, of Deshaun Watson saying my agent has not allowed me to get a rub down for.
Yeah, that's AI.
Yeah,
that's all Allen Iverson right there.
And then he said, I got my money. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, this has to be. But it's like, man, Watson is such a jerk.
I hate him.
That this is what he is thinking.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Jameis is at least throwing good passes. He'll give you the turnovers, but there was, I think, his first throw. I don't think I saw that throw the entire Sunday except for from Jameis.
Ever since he got his eye surgery done, he's been good. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a real tweet, but he's like, oh, man, that's one season. Then I got LASIK. Man, I thought Bruce Arians was black until 2019.
We got to take a break. Jack's picking the Vikings for Survivor. How do we feel about that?
I think that's a close game.
The fact he's still in Survivor.
Yeah, good for you. How many buy-ins have you done there, Jack? All right, Tony, enjoyed it?
Thank you, my friend. Happy birthday, Clip.
Thank you, pal. Well, you go watch football on Sunday at the Bug?
Sadly, I have to.
Sorry. You're a lot in life. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Morgan Ahlers joins us after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The Honda CRF Red Hot Sales Event is going on now. That's right, Honda is celebrating its 2024 450 Supercross and Super Motocross Championships with deals as hot as the tracks they dominated. Get up to $1,000 in bonus bucks, a free Matrix swag kit, and low APR financing on 2024 and prior CRF competition models. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville for a Red Hot hot deal on race-winning Honda CRF today. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
I'm Sam Jones, and as a fourth-generation barbecue man, family is everything. Let our take-and-bake meal be a part of your family's holiday family tradition this year, with whole smoked turkey breast, mac and cheese, baked beans, green bean casserole, muffins, barbecue sauce, and of course, pecan pie. Go to samjonesbarbecue.com to reserve yours today. Great barbecue and family always makes for long-lasting family traditions.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Why wait till Black Friday for big savings? At Bostic Sugg Furniture, it's Black November. Start your power shopping now and save with a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Get better sleep and huge Black Friday savings on Helix and Serta mattresses, plus up to 48 months special financing. It isn't one day, it's every day. Black Friday prices all month long during Black November at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 o'clock and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town. Sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers has 2 locations in Greenville on Bells Fork and Greenville Boulevard, and also in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Also, Saturdays are for pirate traditions and beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a football Friday. We got Brett, Jarrett, John, Shirley Rhodes, and joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line, the voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium and Minges Coliseum, Morgan Ahlers is here. Morgan, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic, Clip Brock and company. It's a great day to be alive. It's Friday. It's the start of a busy weekend.
That it is, and a fun sports weekend going into next week because we got basketball coming up on Monday night. We'll get Seymour's thoughts coming up in just a few minutes. But Morgan, what's your outlook on the 24-25 Pirate Hoops?
I think it's a season that they've got some talent. How do they gel is going to be the big question mark. Can they stay injury free? And maybe can some of the guys that played some bit roles last year, can they step up and really become more of a focal point? Sear Malonga, can he go out there and really develop into a potentially really good big man. He's got the frame for it. He's got the athleticism. Can he take those steps between his first and second year with the Pirates? I think that's one of the big question marks. I think, Felton, RJ, is going to have a great season this year. He played really well last year. If he can develop the jump shot a little bit more consistently, he could be really a force for the Pirates. And, how the point guard position is going to play out. I think those are some big question marks, and hopefully we'll see a lot of it on Monday.
Yeah, and I mean, just so many variables with every team now with all of the turnover. I mean, who knows? We could be absolutely shocked this season with this collection of talent, or it could be another status quo, par for the course season for the Pirates. We just don't know with all of these new faces. Really enjoyed getting to meet C.J. Walker the other day when he and Mike Schwartz came in here to the studio, and I know Coach Schwartz has, and Cy will speak on this too, Morgan. They like the veteran leadership of this team. They like the age of this team, but they're going to have to grow together, like you said, and hopefully this early season with they got some games where they should win rather easily. They got a couple of challenging non-conference games, but hopefully in these non-conference games they can get to know each other on the court as well as they have off the court.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think that defensively, Coach Schwartz and his staff have always done a really good job of getting that real gritty mentality, the defensive mindset. I think the big key for the Pirates this year is shooting the basketball. It's like if they can go out there and they can find 2 or 3 guys that can consistently stretch the defense, shoot the three-pointer, and then be able to dribble drive a little bit and challenge the opponent. Going to the lane, that's going to be a key for the Pirates. Can we score? And I think there's a lot of opportunity for some of the new guys to come in and show that they can. And it's going to be fun to watch.
Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Morgan was very active at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium last week. I'm trying to pull up the stats real quick, Morgan. East Carolina in the game last week had 19 first down Pirates, 500 total yards, and 56 points. So that was a fun one to be at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium last Saturday.
They had 19 first downs, but I only had to call, I think I missed 3 first down Pirates because they got to the line too quick.
Yeah, well, we'll take that as long as they're moving the ball in the right direction.
Yeah, they're moving the ball. I mean, that was a lot. It was really fun to watch. I thought that even though we put 500 yards on the board, I think that the big key in that game was the play of the defense after settling in midway through the second quarter. The big pick six, the big interception that led to a touchdown. I thought that was the turning point in the game. And, the Pirates really dominated the second half, which was really good to see. And it was good to see Blake Harrell and his time as interim head coach kick off to a very, very positive start. And hopefully the Pirates can continue that next Thursday night.
Talking to Holton, Morgan, he liked what he saw out of Caden Hauser. He's already looking ahead. He says we need to do what we can to keep Hauser here, especially if he's good and productive. But also, he's got another 2 years. It's like you're starting a sophomore quarterback here with a lot of time left. So, maybe I need to see more of a sample size. But if he's the guy, we have not had that stability since Holton was here. And before that, since Shane Carden was here. We did a lot of kind of quarterback carousel for a lot of those years. So I'm hoping we can get out of that and maybe have a guy for the now and the future. Could that be Caden Hauser?
I think so. In today's crazy world of college football, you can wish for the best and hope for the best, and then somebody could come in and say, hey, I got some money and I need a quarterback. So you've really got do what you can if you're East Carolina to keep him. I say going into the season, it was going to be hard to keep both of them going into next year with Jake Garcia and Caden Hauser. And, again, it was a good start for Caden. I think he's played the second half of the Army game, really played really well, sort of settled in there. And then last week, I thought he played extremely well. And we need to keep him. We need to do what we can do and hope for the best. Hopefully somebody doesn't come in here and poach him out, which, again, my thing with this NIL and this is just my opinion, you didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you. I think there has to be something done with the players coming in and transferring anytime they want with no repercussions. If say East Carolina, I'm just going to say, throw a number out and say John Smith came in and we pay him $100,000. Well, we paid him $100,000 to play football for us at East Carolina, has a really good year. Power 5 comes in and said, we need a John Smith plays defensive end, and we need a good defensive end. Let's go after him, and we can pay him, $500,000. Well, John Smith can leave, but there's got to be some way that you lock him in for 1 or 2, or at least 2 years, and if they transfer before that, they lose a year of eligibility. There's got to be some sort of contract between the school player and the NIL to make it worth the investment in players like that. But I'll get off my high horse right now.
Now, we will see if there are new rules in effect moving forward. Still somewhat early on with all of this NIL stuff. All right, let's get to the Q&A with Morgan, because Brett come up with a question to ask Morgan Ahlers. Kenny Curlings has one. He says, Morgan, what are you doing with no ECU football this Saturday? What are you up to this weekend?
Tell Kenny I'm playing tonight at Market Street Pub. Then tomorrow morning I'm setting up at 8:30 for a wedding, then going to play Grady White's Family Day, then going back and playing the wedding.
Good God.
And doing that, and then Sunday watching football.
All right. It's a heck of a plan.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, Chandler, your question for the busy Morgan Ahlers.
All right, so we celebrated Halloween yesterday. It's now on to Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I know you saw this, Morgan, myself, your son, Holton Ahlers, and Caden Norman, along with intern Zach, did the little spoof of the elf scene. And so my question to you is, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie would be, does it have to be a movie?
No, it doesn't have to be.
To you would be Charlie Brown Christmas.
What is your favorite Christmas movie? Does it have to be a movie? No. All right, no, that's interesting, Chandler.
I just want to make him feel comfortable.
You asked a man a movie, you should make him say a movie.
That is a movie.
All right, I'll say my favorite Christmas movie would be Home Alone.
There you go.
Kevin! All right, Brett, do you have a question for Morgan Ahlers?
I got a question. Going off the movies a little bit, if you could pick one superhero to be for a day, who would you pick?
Nice.
One superhero for a day.
Or villain.
Ooh.
Or I'd be a hero. I'm not going to be the villain guy. I'm too nice to be a villain. One superhero for a day, that would be Thor.
Hammer of the gods. All right, Thor is the pick.
Time.
Jarrett.
Yeah, Morgan. Attendance at Dowdy Ficklin been up and down a lot, like in the recent past. If you were in charge, what's something you would implement to incentivize people to come in, especially students?
Damn, we're getting deep here.
Yeah.
All right. Asking tough questions.
I think the students have come out pretty good. Now, keeping them beyond halftime sometimes is troubling because they have other things they want to do. I think from an attendance standpoint, I think you have to look at unsold tickets, ways to get the community involved. If, some folks can't afford a $50 or $60 ticket, and if you don't sell it prior to the game, you maybe have a rush sale the last couple of days and drop the prices dramatically and get folks in here. I think if it's a $50 ticket, well, if it's unsold, you're not getting anything. But if you come in and say, okay, we've got 5,000 tickets for sale for this next game, and it's Thursday, we're going to sell them right now for a flash sale for $10 a piece. Away you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I was thinking just like lower the beer prices.
Yeah, that could help.
Here's my thing with that. If you're coming in the stadium to drink beer, you know you're going to pay a high price for it.
That's
you go to a concert to drink beer, you're going to pay a high price for it.
Yeah.
Drink before you get in the stadium. Drink before you get in the concert.
All right. Morgan, I have watched the Jaden Daniels to Noah Brown Hail Mary probably 50 sometimes at this point, give or take. Could end up being my most YouTubed highlight. I'm wondering what sports highlight would you YouTube the most? One play. It could be a play that maybe your son made. It could be a play from your childhood that you enjoyed from your favorite team. What would be your most YouTubed highlight watched in sports?
Wow, that's a good one. I'm sitting here going back, thinking about some of those things. There's been some plays that Holton has made, through the years that I watched. His first touchdown.
Yep.
Scoring that Weaver shot. I've watched that one quite a bit, I guess. And
so how about non-Holton related? What's a sports moment?
Highlight?
Yeah.
That's a hard one because I don't think I've got a favorite, but I've watched a lot of them over the years. Some golf shots, and you see something like that.
The Tiger Nike ball that sneaks in, and
say one that I've seen, and it comes back, on memories and that kind of thing, like on Facebook, would be when they're playing in the par 3 tournament in Augusta, and Jack Nicklaus walks up, and the older Jack Nicklaus, and I think he's playing with Gary Player and 2 or 3 other players, and his son goes up, and they're putting the ball, and Jack says, I don't know. Somebody says, I don't know how to make this, and Jack says, let me show you how to make it. And it's like a 60, 70-foot putt over 3 or 4 hills, and Jack just walks up and puts the ball, and it goes in. he just putts it, and he's just like, okay, it's in the hole, and sure enough, it went in the hole, and that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, pretty cool. Good stuff, Morgan. Well, hopefully you can enjoy some football with all you got going on this weekend. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you in Minges on Monday, and I guess next Thursday at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
Sounds good, guys. You have a great weekend.
Thank you, Morg. There it is. DJ Captain Morgan and Morgan Ahlers joining us here on Pirate Radio on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. All right. Are you ready for ECU basketball? If the answer is yes, then you'll want to hear this conversation with Cy Seymour. If the answer is no, then you have to hear this conversation coming up with Cy Seymour because he, folks, is optimistic about this season. We'll talk to Cy when we return. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live after this.
PestTech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. PestTech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the PestTech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. PestTech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville is under new management with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Come on down and purchase the vehicle of your dreams today at Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner, right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kyra's Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at KyrasFloats.com. Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue has also now specializes in crawl-space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callinubblue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, it's a Pirate off week for football. Great time for a basketball chat with Seymour. He is the color analyst on ESPN Plus ECU games and has joined us ever since I got here to Pirate Radio, and I was listening to him and Jeff even before then, and he is synonymous with Pirate basketball and always manages to get us fired up. Here's what he has to say today as he joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Are you doing all right, Clip? Everything good?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Enjoying the football and getting ready for some basketball coming to Minges Coliseum on Monday. And I guess we'll start a lot of new faces on this team. We got some returners, some recognizable guys as well. But let's start with the new faces you've been able to see this offseason. Who can come in and make an impact right away for this East Carolina basketball team that you're excited about?
Yeah, I think what you got to look at too on this thing, Clip, it is I'm talking about Coach Schwartz and his staff. They did a wonderful job of balancing out junior college transfers, freshmen, and portal guys. He did a really good job of balancing, finding out the guys that can help you, who can help you. I think he's got probably, I'm talking about with the 5 guys back last year, I think he's got another 5 or 6 that are going to help him in different ways. Who stands out? Well, I think you got to look at C.J. Walker. Walker's 6'8". He was a 5-star recruit. He does things, and he's older. And I sat with him one day and I said, C.J., are you ready? He said, yes, I'm ready. He said, Coach Schwartz covers everything. He said, I've been at Oregon. I've been at Central Florida. We go over everything. We understand our roles and what we're supposed to do. And he has explosive talent. I'm just going to let you know that. He can step in and help you immediately. Jordan Riley is a kid that played at Temple. He was all New York, and this kid played at Temple, was a really good player, scored against us big. He averaged 12 a game at Temple. He is 6'4", and can really go. He was the second on their team in block shots up there. I just like the way he plays. These are guys that have impressed me, and I've been over several times to watch them. I like Jan Farrell, the kid that comes in from St. Bonnie's. He's been in the A-10, so he knows the game. He's a three-point shooter. Look, he made freshman team. He was all freshman team in the A-10, and he shot 41% from three. He's 6'6", and so he's going to help you immediately. I like Samaro, the kid Julian Samaro from Gardner Webb. He's going to see a lot at the point, and what he's going to do. These are guys that are new now. That's what I'm telling you about. He was he averaged 12.7 a game. He was a really good player there. He was their leader, and he's out of the Bronx, New York. He's not scared. He won't back down. He's going to help you. Travion LeBeau is going to be a talent you look at 6'3", and you're going to love his energy. The two kids, the junior college kids, and I'm going to bring them both up to you. Travion LeBeau is 6'3", can play 4 through 2, and he's going to help you. He works hard, plays smart. Jay Shane Woodard is the other one. He's a 6'7" guard from Harlem, played at Indian River, Florida. And Jashane Woodard, can do it all. He's 6'7". He can play 1 through 4 and play them all well. He's a tremendous rebounder. He can play the point guard. He can shoot the three. He's 6'7". And again, he's a 2-time All-American in junior college, and he's that good. Now, having said that about the JUCO kids, the biggest thing they have to get used to is the game, and it usually takes a while. But these two kids are upper top talent. They just are. Those two kids are going to help you, and all the guys that are coming in from the portal are going to help you. So you're talking about Walker, Riley, LeBeau, Woodard, Samaro. Those guys are going to help you immediately. They're going to be in that lineup somewhere, and I'm not saying they're going to start, but they could easily be 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 30-minute guys. So those guys are going to help you. And then your bigs that have to help out. Sear Malonga's got to come in and have a good year. And Reed Kaysen and Callum Richard have got to step in there. But there are other kids. I really like Ty Bailey. He's a freshman that just lights it, plays really well. He's going to do really a good job for you. But I'm thinking when I look at the guys I've mentioned, you're going to love Jashane Woodard. You're going to love Jordan Riley, C.J. Walker. You'll look. He's going to dunk one, and you're going to say, "Good gracious, where'd that come from?" It's a different level. And then, of course, I haven't talked about the veterans, Cam Hayes and R.J. Felton. Those guys are really special kids.
Cy Seymour, great breakdown, Cy, especially of those new guys. I think we're good to go now. But no, I got more questions for you.
Good.
We had Coach Schwartz and CJ in studio the other day. It was nice to meet CJ Walker. Certainly brings a maturity to him, and looks like he's ready to go for his last year, as you said. And you kind of mentioned there at the end, Cam Hayes. How about, we had an off season with Cam Hayes, but Mike Schwartz said his are they going to let him play or not? That's a real mental thing that maybe you don't go all out if you don't know and if you think you're not going to play. So they like a full off season with him. Sounds like he's handling the ball a little bit more. And how about that size as far as guys that can handle the ball? Because I asked Coach about Jay Shane Woodard, who I've heard has played point guard with the 6'7" frame, and he said he's working at the 2 and 3. But again, there may be times where he needs to handle the basketball. So how about the backcourt for these guys? Who are the ones you're counting on there to start and to have minutes at the point guard position?
Okay, I think the way this thing's going to start. And look, this is just I don't know. I can tell you. I think Cam Hayes probably would start at the point, and I'm guessing here. Of course, RJ probably at the 2. Then the 3 could be Jashane. It could be it could be Farrell. It could be RJ C.J. Walker at the 4, and Sear Malong at inside. That could be your starters. Farrell, the kid from St. Bonnie's, at the 4. At the 3. Walker at the 4. Sear Malong at the 5. Hayes at the point, and R.J. Felton at the 2. Now, let me tell you, the parts you've got behind it are just as good. Jay Shane Woodard can play the 4, the 3. He can shoot the 3, and he is an excellent rebounder. Excellent. I'm talking about when you look up, he gets that rebound. So those guys are going to fill in those spots and help you. Jordan Riley can play the 2 and the 3 as good as anyone. So, and I mean that. I mean, when you look at R.J. Felton, who's ranked 55th in Lindy's as far as top players in the country, this kid's right there. Jordan Riley's right there. He's that same kind of player. So those guys are going to give you time at the 2 and 3. And I'm not talking about, he comes in for 3 minutes. No, these guys are 20-minute players. Samara at the point, he's going to back up Cam. And then I don't know where he goes. He can go to Jay Shane Woodard at the point. So the depth in the backcourt is really strong. Really, really strong. And then I think in the front court, you got to hope you get good minutes out of Callum Richard, Reed Cason, Sear Malonga, C.J. Walker, and you're going to have to do by committee. Jan's going to have to play some 4. Jay Shane may have to play some 4. It's going to bag of tricks there, and all in the mix of this behind it is Travion LeBeau, who can play 2, 3, 4, and he can play. He's quality, but his problem is if he's at the 4, he's 6'3", but he can step out. So there's a lot of good things about you. You'll love his game. Any of these guys I've mentioned to you, these are guys that can play. And what I like, you said it early too. What I like is we have age.
Yeah.
Jordan, when you look at Jordan Riley's a senior, he's played. C.J. Walker's a grad student. That's 2 guys you're getting in. Julian Samaro is a grad or a senior. He played his years at Gardner-Webb under a great coach that we all know. When you think about it, he's one of our ex-coaches, Tim Kraft. He played for Tim, and Tim's a tremendous coach who's moved over to Western Carolina. He's gotten a job there. So a lot of good factors coming in. You've got age, and I as bad as it sounds, 34% of our three-point makes are back. I mean, JR had 73s. Cam Hayes had 23 threes. 94 of the 218 threes we made are back. So that's a good sign. Our scoring, about 26% is back. And so it's not, and in rebounding, about 34%. So, but I think the quality of people you brought in, and I think Coach Schwartz has seen it. What it is, their camaraderie is like a team of veterans. And I've been to 5 or 6 practices. I've been to different things around these kids. This is when you look at them, you say, this is a fun group to coach. And you can see it in the coaching staff, and that's a good sign. So this is when you look at the chemistry, it's looking good right now.
Cy Seymour getting us ready for another ECU basketball season. Pirates will tip it off in Minges Coliseum coming up on Monday night. Cy, when we talk to you, we talk about on the court stuff. I don't get too much into off the court stuff with you, but the NIL is a factor, obviously a huge factor in today's college world in all sports, and especially basketball. And I've seen some numbers floated around out there about how much has been put into this basketball roster. And when you have conversations like that, Si, whether you like them or not, it's here. How competitive is East Carolina compared to schools that in the Carolinas and also schools in our conference? Do you have those numbers, and how much do you talk about or care about topics like that?
Well, what you have to understand, and you have to talk about it. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. When a guy comes in and says, "I'm going to give you $200,000," and you can't do that, I don't care. The golden rule is those who have the gold rule. Well, that's the real golden rule. Who has the gold rule?
Yeah.
Right now, in this league, there are 6 teams that are between 1 and 2 million. ECU ranks near the bottom of this league. And
we're talking basketball right now, Si?
Yeah.
Okay.
In basketball.
Yep.
Basketball. There's 6 schools giving between $1 and $2 million. Now, and look, three schools that you don't know are private schools. You don't know what Rice, Tulsa, and Tulane are doing.
Right.
Private. So that throws 9, and then you're behind all that. And so I think this is just what you hear. UAB, ECU's probably at the bottom. UAB's down there. We are not doing. Temple's putting it out. Wichita State, FAU's putting it out there. Of course, Memphis. There's 6 of them that are really doing the money part right. But I will tell you this: for the money, I think Mike Schwartz and his staff did a miracle job. I'm just telling you how it is. What they did with the little amount of money they did, and they did a tremendous job. And, eventually realism has to hit all these schools. I don't care if you're giving $1 million a year and the guy flubs. You got to go back to that guy. We are not set up for pro stuff. We're just not. They're going to have to change rules. And one of the rules they're going to change is, I think, you got to have, when you sign, you got to have a 2-year contract. In other words, when a kid signs with East Carolina, you got him for 2 years as a freshman or sophomore, whatever, 2 years, and then you can only transfer once. You can only go outside the portal one time. You've got to get back to some normalcy. You can't let people go to schools, 3 different schools in 3 different years. You just can't do it. You're running the wild, wild west out there. So I think, and it also will help your graduations with. I never hear about APR anymore. I never hear about how many kids do
Right.
class. That's gone.
Yeah.
They're not even caring about that stuff, and that's the stuff that literally was the big thing. Where are they as far as getting through school? Nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
My point being is,
We talked to Mac McCarthy every week on the show. I remember he was killed by that APR back in the day.
Joe Dooley was killed by it. When he came in, he was behind the 8 ball. He had to do more work to make sure the kids got up to snuff than anybody. I mean, really, you talk about what Joe went through COVID and APR in 2 different years. I mean, my point being, I'm not talking about Joe or anything. I'm just saying APR used to be a player in this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know and it's not even talked about anymore. How's the progression of the kid? It's amazing to me. But what I'm saying is, for the amount of money, and in this, and Coach Schwartz will tell you, he never fussed. He just said, "I've got to do with what I can, and I'm doing all I can with what we do. I've embraced that, and I'm doing everything I can to build the best program I have." But understand, when it comes to dollar bills, generally speaking, the guys that spend the money have the programs, and we, in a sport that takes 5 guys to be successful, and much easier than a lot of other sports, we spent very little money.
Si Seymour joining us. Good stuff, Si. We're already up against it. So before we let you go, when I called you the other day, how did you answer the phone? Did you say Super Bowl ticket hotline? You ready for?
Yes.
You already got yours?
So, yeah, sure. I've got my tickets early. My Commanders. I mean, your Commanders, our Commanders. I hate to use it's early, but dominant. I'm just saying it now. It could be dominating. It's tremendous what they're doing.
It's fun to watch, man.
It is fun to watch. And some teams are struggling that think they may be good. There are other teams in our division that they have one little emblem on their helmet. They think it's tremendous. They're struggling. They are really struggling. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where it leads. But right now, just like everything else, it all goes through Washington, D.C. Everything goes through Washington, D.C.
That's right.
There it is.
The epicenter of the country right now for multiple reasons. But
for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm pumped, Si. We got us a quarterback. We just got to keep it going, man. Got to keep him healthy and keep it going.
65 yards in the air. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know where we're one injury away from being in last.
Yep.
This quarterback goes down, we're dead.
It's razor thin, but hey, right now we are loving life, son.
And he is a great player. This young kid is a tremendous player.
He's awesome. All right, well, Si, we'll keep in touch and do these basketball chats. Really enjoyed it, but thank you for getting us ready for the season, and we'll see you out at Minji's coming up Monday night.
People should come out. It's going to be a fun product to watch. Get better and better.
Awesome. Thank you, Si.
You're welcome. Anytime, Clip. See you later, buddy.
Si Seymour firing us up for another East Carolina basketball season, and Si pretty pumped about what the Commanders are doing right now as well. We'll take a break, come back. We got our Fleet Feet rundown. Brett kind of took over the rundown today, and we've been talking about it a lot throughout these last 3 hours. Favorite wrestling entrances. You can get yours in on Facebook, YouTube, X. We'll talk about that and more when we return after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michael and Gateway can handle all your dental needs, including cleaning, crowns, and fillings, sedation, dentistry, and cosmetic needs such as braces and implants. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-6200. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Before we do that, we need a Brett Reed. Jamie asked for it. It's one thing for me to ask for it, but if the fans and listeners are asking for it, we need Brett. Can you give him one? All right, Brett, what do we got here?
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. The Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered every Sunday. Kick off the day at the Buck. The Buck has the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss any game, along with weekly jersey giveaways starting at 5 p.m. Score every Sunday at The Buck.
The Buck.
They will also have live music on Friday by
Jut Thomas Band.
Jut Thomas Band, and Saturday by Aaron Ham Big River Band.
All right.
Now let's head back into the studio. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Well done, Brett.
Way to go, Brett.
Welcome back to WFAN. We're talking Yankees losing.
New York.
Aaron Judge, all-time GOAT.
He's terrible.
He did hit a home run.
Yeah, but he also struck out in the playoffs 40% of his at-bat.
He also dropped the ball.
And he'll always be remembered for the drop ball in Game 5.
Dude, that's what he'll be remembered for?
That's what he's going to be
right
remembered
now for Yankees fans if they don't win one with him.
It was crazy. I left Sports Trivia on Wednesday. It was 5-0. I get to the Buck. It's 5-5. I was like, was that an hour-long drive? How far?
Insane.
Life comes at you fast. All right, Wes Hines joining us. What's up, Wes?
Not much. What about you, Clipper?
Hey, man. Wes getting ready for some Conley football.
Yes, sir.
Regular season finale.
Yes, sir.
Coming up tonight. Wes will join us on our Fleet Feet Rundown, which Alex Harper will tell us about right now.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
We're running short on time, so we're going to have to go ahead and get to the wrestling discussion. Best wrestling entrances. Gordon says Ric Flair,
Woo!
Odyssey 2001. We've got Thought saw some up here. Ultimate Warrior, said Jamie. That is that one got the crowd hype back in the day.
About the only thing good about him was his entrance.
And he said Jake the Snake. So Grimesland Bigfoot says Ravishing Rick Rude. God, I used to hate Rick Rude as a kid. Hated him. And I wasn't watching during this era, but I am aware of him. Mr. Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
So the mic used to like come down from the top, right?
Mr.
Kennedy.
Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Anderson was a different.
Mr. Anderson was in TNA.
All right.
He was Mr. Kennedy.
Kennedy was
In the Fed.
WWF.
Kennedy.
All right. Let's go with. So, Brett, this was your category. Who are your nominees?
I got three good ones that I could think of. My favorite, and the guy that got me fired up and I popped off the couch every time he came on, was Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
With his yes and no chance.
Dun, 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 dun.
Another great one that me and my brothers used to play a lot was Mark Henry's introduction of somebody's going to get
the
their
ass kicked. Somebody
And,
going to get the wig put.
Last but not least is Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon.
Here comes the
Here
money.
comes the money.
Can you do the dance that he used to do?
Oh, his little shuffle, side shuffle.
All right, I've got a couple. I'll do one now. Coming in at number 2, and neither one, Brett, are really crowd electrifiers. They're actually kind of cool, laid back themes. But this would be number 2. The lantern is in the hand. The cell phone lights are out.
Yep.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Coming to the ring. R.I.P. Recipes.
Well, that one gets the crowd involved because everyone gets their phones out.
Yeah, it's not a hype one.
Not a hype one, but it's a good one.
And number 1, I mean, this one again, not a crowd hyper, but this was it for me. When I heard this in 1997, things were about to happen. Really cool things. Scott Hall, Too Sweet. Love the NWO thing.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
All right, Chandler.
Coming in, number 2 for me. Everybody here, what's up?
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 R-Truth, North Carolina resident.
Legend.
And then I'm going to go MVP.
Ballin'.
I'm coming. Hey, what was it? Was it Ventavious Porter? What was his name?
Montavious Vontel Porter.
Yeah,
Montavious
MVP.
Yeah.
Shock you didn't go with Mysterio. I figured you would go with
He would be on my top 5, top 3 list. Yeah.
All right, Jarrett.
All right, number 2, just because I love the music, Randy Savage. When I graduated high school, I was wearing the robe. They were playing the music, and I was doing the Savage motions. And let's see, then I'll go number 1.
I always thought that was a weird choice.
I think just because of his character,
Yeah.
it fit. But I'll go just based off the song again, Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a common man.
I'm just a common man. All right, Wes Hines.
All right. Now, is there any stipulation of what I can and can't say?
Well, I mean, you can't curse or anything.
No, I'm just saying it because there's 2 or 3 you haven't mentioned. I want to make sure.
Yeah, name who you want.
Name 'em.
All right, let's go with the Stone Cold Steve Austin with the shattering.
When you hear the glass,
Yeah.
that's your ace.
Fires you up.
Yep. And then you've got I hate to throw this out, but you got Vince McMahon's
No chance.
You got it.
No chance in hell.
That's great. When you heard the first sound of that,
Yes.
business was about to pick up.
Yeah.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
We definitely left off Edge.
We got to add.
You hit the "You Think You Know Me" and the crowd pop, and then the pyro. That's a legendary
I
one.
believe it was Survivor Series, but 2013, Chris Jericho comes out.
It's Royal Rumble.
With the Royal Rumble. Comes out with the light up jacket. The lights go out, and the crowd erupts, and he's just standing there.
Break the walls down.
Breaking the walls.
If we're doing individual entrances, it would be CM Punk from Money in the Bank in Chicago. It was one of the only times I watched wrestling and it felt like a real sporting event because the whole crowd was on Punk, and they hated John Cena, and it felt like a real sports game. It was great.
I feel the same way about John Cena, ECW One Night Stand 06.
If
where,
Cena wins, we riot.
Yeah, and he kept trying to throw the shirt out, and they're throwing it back.
Yeah. Of course, Eric says Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Class it up a little bit, Eric. All right, we are out of time, so let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap up today's edition. Grimes and Bigfoot says Gorgeous George was cutting edge. Jamie also says Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Legion of Doom.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you say something about Legion of Doom earlier?
Yeah, you can't beat that Road Warrior pop.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Good God.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM. Pirate Radio.
Brace yourselves, lads.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I do know a thing or two about pirates.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Dow was up today, plus 288 points. S&P 500 did pretty good as well, plus 200, plus 23.35, and the NASDAQ did good as well, plus 144 points. That is brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. Financial report for a personal look into investing. Calls Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Sorry, I'm a moron. Back to clip.
Yeah, they say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And if that's the case, Jarrett, you might want to get your Tom Brenneman speech ready.
I'm a man of faith.
You might never be at that microphone again.
I'll tell you who's not a moron. The people at Wells Fargo, the advisors, the advisors there, they're pretty smart.
Great read, great ad. All right, great job, J-Bone. Brett, enjoyed it, man. You added a lot today. I appreciate that. John, have a good weekend.
You do the same, buddy.
Wes, good to see you, pal.
Good to see you too, Clipper.
See you at the Buck Sunday.
Might as well. It's working right now. So, hey, Brett. G-Man Commanders, Buck Sunday.
Come on.
Huh? 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Yeah? All right. We'll see you fine people Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Do your job, you will dominate this team. You gotta go have some fun and put on a show. You got me?
It's Friday night, and it's time for the High School Huddle, featuring Morgan Ahlers, a preview of high school football action from across Eastern North Carolina. Now, from the Pirate Radio studios in Uptown Greenville, here's Morgan Ahlers.
Good evening and welcome inside the High School Huddle, the last regular season week of high school football. It happens tonight. Next week, there are a few games. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but this is the last regularly scheduled week of